I love it. All right, well, we are now live on YouTube and Twitch, and this is Late Night Gaming. I'm here with some of my late night gaming buddies, McBobber, Loopy, Woo, and Solo, and we're joined by the Spice Squadron. And this is Late Night Gaming. I'm here with making an appearance here from Australia. McBobber, Loopy, Woo, and Solo, and we're joined by the Spice Squadron. Perfect. Well, I was checking out some of your guys' videos. I was enjoying your guys' takes on stuff. Seemed like cool dudes. So got you on our stream, and we're gonna get some games in tonight. And we got you queued up on the first game. So I was checking out some of your guys' videos. Go ahead and import our decks and shuffle up and deal. So got you on our stream, and we're gonna get some games in tonight. And we got you queued up on the first game. So I was checking out some of your guys' videos. Go ahead and import our decks and shuffle up and deal. So got you on our stream, and we're gonna get some games in tonight. And we got you queued up on the first game. So I was checking out some of your guys' videos. Go ahead and import our decks and shuffle up and deal. So got you on our stream, and we're gonna get some games in tonight. Coming straight away into the Sabine, huh? Not messing around. Import our decks and shuffle up and deal. So got you on our stream. Coming straight away into the Sabine, huh? Not messing around. Import our decks and shuffle up the deal. Coming straight away into the Sabine, huh? Not messing around. Import our decks and coming straight away into the Sabine, huh? Not messing around. Straight away into the Sabine, huh? Not messing around. Okay, I'm just trying to sort out some of the audio. Apparently we have audio problems. Sorry. One second here. You guys can. Okay, I'm just trying to sort out. It's always something. Apparently we have audio problems. Sorry. One second here. Let me just. You guys can. Give me a. I'm just trying to sort out. It's always something. Apparently we have audio problems. Sorry. One second here. Let me just. You guys can. Give me a. I'm just trying to sort out. It's always something. Apparently we have audio problems. Sorry. Second here. Let me just. You guys can give me a. I'm just trying to sort out. It's always something. Okay. It's gonna be just a quick second. I'm just gonna. Let me just. Just a quick second. I'm just gonna. Just a quick second. I'm just gonna. Just a quick second. I'm just gonna. Okay. Let's just do a little check. Mic check. Okay. Let's just do a little check. Mic check. Okay. Yeah, it's still not. Something's still not right. Yeah, I think I know what's wrong here now. Something's still not right. Let's try it now. Yeah, I think I know what's wrong here now. Gosh, man.
Bro.
Wait a minute. Imposter.
Okay.
That's not a knife, that's a spoon.
I see you played knife spoon before.
All right, I think I got us.
We're losing the best parts of the stream in the sound check, man.
It's true.
This is it. This is the funniest we get.
That's true, actually.
I think we're.
I kind of have substantial insomnia, so I've been playing online games with Australians for
Oh,
years.
I see. I know it's wrong.
That's the fun time because we're always up at the worst hours.
All right, so I think we are totally squared away. Sorry about that. I can edit this out, but so let me just do another intro, and I'll edit the beginning out.
All good.
Welcome to Late Night Gaming. I'm Poem. I'm with McBobber, Woo, Solo, Loopy, and the Spice Squadron boys from Down Under. And we're going to be playing some Star Wars Unlimited. What's up, guys?
Hello. G'day. How are we?
Sweet.
Don't conform to stereotypes.
It's fun.
Just lean into it, you know?
You got it.
All right, well, we're having them play a match against each other here. I'm sure they play against each other all the time, but it'd be cool for us to just check out what they got going on here. So we've got a Sabine yellow and a Jin mono yellow, and let's shuffle up and deal, boys.
In fact, I came up with this deck halfway through the last podcast that'll be releasing soon.
In the middle of the podcast episode, he's like, this week, I'm playing this. It went well. I'll tell you that much. Tell you that for free. Alrighty. Where's the cool chance cube? Yeah. Yeah. Alright.
And that means you going first?
Well, I am red. Oh, won't let me take the initiative.
We just got done recording a card review video for the last couple weeks, and we'll have that up on the channel in the next couple days.
If you're wondering what we think of Attack Pet and Delta.
Go check that out.
Draft Capital.
It's a great card. We all loved it.
I don't think it plays in
I don't
draft.
think that's a good draft card at all. I just don't think it's a
bad
good
draft
card
card.
ever.
Yeah, a double aspect card that does very little. That sounds like awful for draft.
Trash Panda,
Well,
you
you
can
know.
lower your lift height so you don't have to lift the cards up 10 feet every time, if you know how to do that.
I do. Where is my lift?
You got double command, you know, the card. That was good. So I guess you have to get this bad one.
I think that might be it, because Command is really good, so they got to have another double green card be really
That
bad.
is pretty good. Alrighty. I'm taking it away, aren't I? Where did this happen? There we go. Alrighty. Pay 2, and we'll get a cheeky Sabine. Look at her go.
Sounds like a plan to me. I'm gonna check out C3PO.
What you picking?
Naming 3. I was wrong.
I am gonna claim. I'm gonna claim here. Wow.
Sendable. Pass.
Alrighty.
So, do you guys usually gravitate towards a certain style of deck?
Me, I'm aggro. I love aggro decks. I think it's so fun. If you couldn't tell. But I just find the straightforward nature of aggro to be real fun. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna do it. Probably not the best play in the world, but I definitely want to use it. For a cause I believe in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you take 3 damage, James. And I would like to discard this one, and then I will put them back on the top of my deck in any order I so please.
All right, so for a cause I believe in, he's got... How many heroism cards you got in that deck?
I have 8 non-heroism cards. I have 3 shoot first, 3 surprise strikes, and 2 asteroid sanctuaries that are not heroism. So pretty much everything else is.
Yeah, we were just talking about this card, and our resident aggro player was also saying he wanted about 42 hero cards in his Sabine. So that lines up.
I built Sabine last week and was testing around with it, and I like Benthic. I like 2 tubes, but Drat.
What other events you got?
I got shoot first, rogue operative, and red 3.
Yeah, get that shoot first out of here.
No, my son. We will get Sabine in at your base, ping your base, so you take
So
3.
Bodhi there with a discard of a non-unit event there. He can also hit upgrades.
Bodhi is a real good card. His ability to discard's pretty strong, but I think the 3/3 body is really what kicks it off for me because he's difficult to deal with as well after that. So,
Is that
actually
dialed or bugged?
I gotta take the initiative.
I think so.
His keywords are so good, like Imperial and Rebel. Oh my god!
Yeah, I think it's awesome. He's the first card with Imperial Rebel. I'll tap Sabine. We each take a damage.
Do you have a bug on the table there? Do we need to reload after this one?
Let me see if I can fix this.
Is that just the damage is not?
Oh. Well, there we go.
Make it the other one too.
Shout out to Pullman McBarber for all the hard work they do on the mod.
Oops.
It's very good.
Yeah, this is we've been using this table since we
There we
started
go.
playing on TTS. So
Just always trying to make it better.
So it's almost like Christmas. Every time you wake up and open the mod and something changed, and you're like, yeah.
every time we get a new card or something fun like that. I'll do.
We've got some guys working on some embedded resource counters on the cards,
Ooh, that's cool.
and
I think
that
it'll really be like Destiny.
That'll end up going live, I think, on both mods because they're just making it sort of generic.
It's awesome all the support that's out there. Just coders coming to help.
Righty.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're gonna activate Sabine, swing into your Sabine with activate Jin. Sorry, swing into Sabine with Bodhi.
Not Sabine.
Taking only 1 in return.
Look at this, Bodhi just gave you so much value just now. He discarded a card, he killed a unit, and he's still around.
He is still around. He is brutal. I'll pay 3 and I'll get a red 3 out. He's hanging out, zooming around.
Providing rate.
I'm liking the Jin so far.
Yeah, Jin's pretty great.
We'll go Fleet Lieutenant.
Ooh, that's
3
brutal.
into base, naming 3.
This is some cutting edge stuff. I have not seen mono cunning hero.
Yeah, kind of came out when Bodhi came out, and it actually, if you draw, like, I haven't drawn what I like. I've drawn more of my units, but this acts as a discard deck quite well, and with Jin as well, it's able to really kind of put the pressure on your opponent's hand, so they don't have the options, and then with our ability to trade really favorably.
Man, you really thought about this. I like what you're saying.
Yeah, Jin's been pretty good. There are some pretty consistent plays she gets off, and when she gets cunning, does it feel bad? I've had that happen to me a couple of times. I will tap Sabine, and we each take a damage.
What is your choices when it comes to the generic bases? Like, why the generic bases?
I see no benefit in Jeddah, in my opinion, because I'm an aggro deck. Most of the time, I will be going face. If I'm gonna trade, then I can't think of a time where I'd want to use the action to trade instead. And the way I look at Jeddah a lot of the time is it's just a 29 health base for me personally. There are other bases I think are really good. For instance, the green conversion complex is hands down the best base in the game. No contest. But I think that I don't necessarily need the option of -4, -0 because it won't help me. Where 5 health, I don't have to think too much about it, and it just gives me a buffer to not concern myself with too much.
I actually can't disagree more, surprisingly.
Whoa, yes!
Whoa, wow.
I actually think
Bring the
Jeddah is like
disagree.
basically at its best in aggro. Like, your life point total does not matter. What matters is keeping your units alive. It's not for trading, it's just to keep your guy alive for one extra turn. Get one more attack in.
Having to spend an action to do that, it feels really clunky. At least that's my opinion on it.
Well, I always feel like in Sabine, you almost never have priority because she has so many actions built in with her hero ability, the fact that she comes out earlier with the cheap cards you play. So you almost always have you play it before you play your unit. Sometimes like just make their guy small before you play your unit, or make their guy small before you deploy Sabine. Just as long as you get like one extra attack because of it, I find it extremely valuable.
I can understand what you mean.
Taking the initiative. So.
Haha, it's time. Here she is.
But, you know,
Here she is.
you're not the only one though that doesn't particularly enjoy Jetta, so I'm not saying it's necessarily wrong. It's just I've loved it so much in aggro.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Most of the games I've seen with aggro, people forget about it, or don't use it, or don't use it to its fullest, and I just don't think it's. I think maybe it's a learning curve with it. I will go for a big old 4 at your base because of raid 1 from Red 3.
Yep.
It was like, I can't help people being bad.
No, I'm not saying that.
I know, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
I'll pass.
I want to thank the late nighters for tuning in. We got 10 live viewers right now. Got the Spice Squadron dudes hanging out with us. Thanks for coming on again, guys.
Hi, everyone.
So are we like D-class celebrities, or have we upgraded to C-class celebrities?
Oh, whoa, we're C-class?
We're celebrities.
Whoa, this is awesome.
I mean, if you got viewers, right, you gotta. You're somewhat of a celebrity of some kind.
True.
They're FFG class celebrities.
F.
Yeah.
God, I like that, Luke. Luke, that was good.
My objective with this whole thing is just to be a part of the conversation, to be relevant. So the fact that we have 10 people watching, even though, you know, 5 of them are moms and, you know, a couple girlfriends out there.
Five of them are our moms.
Ambush in some thing to get lackeys to take out that Sabine.
No, Sabine.
Ooh, that's the play I was telling you about, dude. Lackeys into kill Sabine, man. Come on.
We did not have that in the bingo card, but
I think we just.
I just think. Okay.
I think we'll go surprise strike. Get 6 at your base with Red 3.
Red 3 is
Aggro's
so
still
hot right
doing
now.
his thing, man.
Trying to. Might be running out of gas here, though.
Yeah, look.
Has he drawn Cunning?
C3PO into.
He needs to draw Millennium
Yeah, I'm gonna
Falcon.
go 4.
Please, no.
Yeah,
please.
Millennium would be big right now. Man, I love Millennium Falcon. That card's so good, man.
That card is so good. It's wild. I'm gonna pay 2, and I think what you just did was really cool. So I'm gonna play my own C3PO, and I'm gonna name 3. I will reveal Fighters for Freedom, and I will add that to my hand.
But I'm hoping that like this game does do what it wants, which is push itself into the
Database.
top 3 conversation for games.
I'm gonna claim.
3 to base.
If they can get top
Ooh.
5, I'd be happy. That'd be.
Bro, this channel
dream
would
come true.
explode.
Top-
10 viewers would go to like 50, like 5,000 viewers. I'll say that.
I don't know about that.
I
The whole
believe.
solo fan club.
If you're a top 5 game, I think you can get 5,000. Like, look at Marvel Snap, right? Marvel Snap, those dudes are getting like 60, 70,000 views.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's about the relevancy of the game. I think if Star Wars Unlimited does get big enough, content creators who started early like you guys and stuff will have no problem getting a large amount of people coming in and watching. Yeah, I think one big thing to consider is the game hasn't got a lot of word out there. Like when we talk to people a lot of the time, they're like, "Whoa, there's a new Star Wars card game coming out. Sign me up." They just don't know that it's coming yet. And I think that's a really cool part about being a content creator is we get to spread the word. So fun. Speaking of spreading the word, I'm going to spread the word of our good Lord Red 3, and I'm going to Fleet Lieutenant India Base for 5.
I don't know, Pong. You ain't running out of gas yet.
It's scary though. It's scary, yeah. I'm not. I mean, look at. There's a lot going on over here.
There's a lot over there.
It's kind of. Yeah, it is a lot over there.
12 on board over there.
We're going.
And he has all the resources. I could actually see like where Jeddah City would close out the game for the aggro player.
We're gonna surprise strike our syndicate lackeys for 8.
Oof.
So who actually piloted Red 3 in episode 4? Was that the one Biggs had?
Yep, that's Biggs.
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks like GG's.
Swing into your base, and I will name 3.
Millennium Falcon, Millennium Falcon.
I got the Fighters of Freedom again. The fellas.
I think if you had Falcon there, you would have won. If you pulled Falcon.
3.
Yeah, Falcon is good.
Or maybe Surprise Strike. You would have gotten that.
Well, I have 30 health,
Yep.
remember.
It's a lot of games right now, though, right? Because if you don't have an answer to space against an aggro deck, it can beat you by itself.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that was it. I was hoping to get I'll play that there. Oh yeah, I was hoping to get Falcon, but I think my goose is cooked.
To base. I think it might be.
Oh, claim! How good's that?
Yeah, bring out Jin and go for the win.
Oh, Jin.
Good game. Good
I
game.
forgot about her.
Man, Syndicate Lackey's taking out Sabine was very good. Very, very good. But
this Lucky's giving clutch.
Jin, I love that. That was really close. This is the best I've seen Jin play.
Yeah, Jin's pretty awesome. I think it really surprised us because we play it on our gameplay that's coming out soon, and James kind of threw it together.
About the cool thing right here with the
the tokens. Oh yeah, just put the token in the discard pile and it deletes it.
Whoa, that is cool.
They didn't know. They didn't know. I knew they didn't know.
We didn't know.
Well, now you know.
Too good.
All right,
Like has to change your muscle memory.
Let's get. Can I just call you Roses?
Sure.
I don't know what Pedroses.
Sure. Pedrosis is the general.
Pedroses. Pedroses. V. McBobber, because he's kind of quiet. We need to get him in the action.
Baba Laba, Mr. McBobber.
What do I want to play?
So, did you guys play any other TCGs before this game?
Oh yeah. I started when I was a kid in primary school. I was all about Yu-Gi-Oh. But when I really started getting into TCGs properly was Star Wars Destiny. So, and that's where we met. Played Star Wars Destiny pretty hard until it unfortunately fell off in Australia. That was it, mainly for us. There was a period of time where the distributor had trouble getting product to Australia, which is a pretty classic thing that can happen here. So there was like a good 6-month period where there was just no new product, even if there were new set releases, which was pretty rough. And it wasn't FFG's fault, it was just distributors struggled to get stuff to us. And then we moved to Dragon Ball Super Card Game and played that for a good 6-7 years. And then that game really power crept out. It was very fun game, but the power creep in that was insanely high. And then, yeah, this year we heard that this game was coming out, and we were like, oh my god, this is awesome. We looked into the game. Honestly, personally, this is the most fun I've ever had with a TCG. I think this game's really well designed. I really, really enjoy playing it, and I love Star Wars heaps, so super big fan. Cool. So it's been really fun to play the game so far. How about you guys?
Well, I think we played some Magic, and we played a lot of Destiny back in the day.
Yeah, a lot of Magic here.
Yeah, I play
I
a lot
also
of
play
Command.
Hero Script, which is not CCG. But
Yeah, importing a deck's not working for me for some reason, Poem.
Let me try reloading the table. We were having some bugs earlier, so.
Yeah, it's I was struggling with it too, but it's, you know, I think a combination of the database. You know, it seems like the JSON files don't immediately become available. So tell us about your stream or your podcast.
Yeah, I think it was really on a whim. I would say I think James and we saw this game coming out, and then we were both kind of like, it'd be really fun to talk about this game. And then we just decided to make a podcast, and the first episode is it's a oh James, we breaking this out?
No.
Oh, I was so excited for a second.
I'm not
I
gonna go
was so
double mono
excited.
blue.
I was so excited. You can't do that to me. That would have been so fun. I was
thinking of it, but then mono blue versus mono blue is a bit of a
slogfest.
You don't want to play for an hour and go to Mill?
Death by
Yeah,
Mill.
you should say that.
he does.
I do have a mill deck.
Don't tell
Classic.
Solo that.
Is it on Hero?
No.
I forgot to bring this up. Paul, did you hear what the developer said on stream?
What'd they say?
Mill is inevitable. There will be a mill strategy.
Yep, they did say that.
I already have.
I asked the question personally for everybody who wants to know. I'm the one who asked.
Pretty sure that's not what they said.
That is what they said.
Yeah. Tyler confirmed that whilst it probably isn't going to be in set one,
but he also said it likely wouldn't ever be a dominant strategy. Like,
I don't understand how it could be good, because you can just sideboard in like your 10 card sideboard, and now they have the mill 60 cards.
I think Mill struggles in most games to be heavily competitive. I think Mill either is incredibly oppressive if it's like meta, or it's definitely fun to play.
I think the idea generally for me, if I'm building a mill deck, it's awesome. On that first game, I can go for that mill, and then if they sideboard in everything, the deck can pretty easily pivot to more of just a control deck, and because you've kind of put cards you wouldn't necessarily want all of into your deck to try and counteract my mill, you're now not running at an optimized deck anymore, and so my control side of my deck really gets to pop off.
Well,
I think if
all
Mill's
that
done
ends up being
well,
a thing.
it's an alternate win condition, right? Or if you want a deck that sometimes wins by Mill, but it's not all it's about. I think that's what you go for. Mill is inevitable. Sounds like something a Sith would say.
True. Only Sith killing absolutes.
Your first here, Pedro.
Do we know who's going first? I'm first?
Yeah, I rolled the die. You won.
We'll see what you got in your hand.
So, quick plug: you can check out the Spice Pod.
I'll take the initiative because I got nothing to play.
Podcast on YouTube.
That is fair enough.
Yeah.
And if you're
Check
one
it
of
out,
the,
we have a cheeky channel there.
Awesome.
and now we have 14 people, 15 people watching. So everybody go and like all their videos. You know why you're watching this.
It helps the YouTube algorithm.
It does. It helps butter us up that search engine when you search for us. Make sure everyone watches all late night gaming episodes. Just do it. Everything they have. Go back to the very beginning and watch all the episodes.
Even for the other games.
Watch McBobber, all of McBobber's Resident Evil live streams.
Yeah.
Man, I love
think that
Resident
was
Evil.
obvious. Oh yeah.
I love any podcast where they're recording in front of a Frosthaven copy.
Frosthaven's great.
It's on my pool table, sitting right next to me.
Oh yeah, it's certainly a game.
Yeah, if you want us all to leave our day jobs so we can make content for you all day, all week.
D'Amico.
Here he is.
You guys have jobs?
Yes.
Yeah, my job is reading. My job is reading Star Wars Unlimited cards.
Why are you lying? You have a
That's what I
job.
do. No. Every day I wake up, and then for 8 hours a day, I read Star Wars Unlimited cards. That's how it goes.
We're going to stop you from just swinging straight into him and trading by using my epic action to give him a shield.
That's
I
fair.
write 10 articles a day for 3 summers.
So we see Del Mico played for the first time on the late night stream.
Oh yeah, there he is for the first
Still,
time.
I took initiative, so if you're done, you're done.
I rate this card. I think Del Mico's really good.
Somebody who
3.
agrees with me.
A 3/3 for 3 with Restore 1 is awesome, and then the added bonus of having any Boba player feel bad. It makes me happy.
Did you listen to our recording before we recorded?
I'm sneakily getting in there. No, I love this card. I think this card's awesome. When it got shown off, I was very happy, and I like Del Mico as a character from Battlefront as well.
A little bit harder to shoot first that guy. You got to pay 2 for that.
What was he as a character? I don't know about that.
He's just part of the Inferno Squadron, and in one of the missions you get to play as him, he gets trapped on a planet with a facility, and he has to escape with the help of Luke. And they have like a really meaningful conversation as they're walking through the facility about like what good and evil is. It's really interesting, and it ends up changing his perspective on the Empire. So, pretty cool
Dang,
character.
that's deep.
Pretty
That
cool
was deep.
character, but there's a big old 6'6" Charlton, so.
Yeah, I just love the fact that Del Mico, he throws off math, right? Like players go into their turns expecting a certain math, and like once he comes down, he throws all your math off, and you're like, oh crap.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you could be holding a specific card, right? So you could draw your hand and go, awesome, I'm not going to mulligan because I need my overwhelming barrage. Like, I know I'm going to need it. And then they turn to slam Del Mico, and then you're sat there going, well, I don't know what to do now. My whole turn's been thrown off. I'm not playing on curve.
The Death Trooper does 4 because of Karnak. Yeah, that'd be a pretty bad trade if I, without that, just to give you 3 grit.
We'll go into Brennick. Losing the shield.
And obviously the better players will adjust in those moments, but it's still something that, you know.
Set me up for a takedown.
Do you think cards that search will be important to this game at any point? Like, you know, like
I'll pass.
Like the recruit card or Tarkin unit.
I think Tarkin's nice in slower control matchups. I think when he initially came out, my thoughts on him were that he was pretty great, just because we had a limited card pool. I think he's definitely a solid sideboard choice against control matchups. As for Recruit, I think if you're building a deck that needs to see a specific unit, so like let's say you're building a deck that's based around Home 1 or something like that, and you need to see it every game, Recruit's not bad in the early game to use as a resource sink when you're playing, you know, maybe a 2-drop on turn 2 where you have 3 resources, you can go a 2-drop and a Recruit. I think cards like Search Your Feelings, because of the...
Take off. Prepare for take off.
Prepare for Takeoff, I think, is pretty good because you get to search top 8. So in space decks, I think that's a fine card to run maybe like a 2 of. I think Search Your Feelings is a pretty interesting one because it costs 4, which I think is a big investment. I think if you're playing a hard control deck, then maybe it's good, but with Search Your Feelings, it's one of those cards where I see it, and because of action for action, I always feel like if I were to search for a card, I'd want to be able to use it that turn a lot of the time for 4 resources. So it can be tough.
Let's go to your base.
It
Or
wouldn't
7.
surprise me if the deck we see Prepare for Takeoff in is like a wider Hera deck, right? Because you think like the Ghost and the Phantom would be pretty good cards.
Yeah, I think Prepare for Takeoff for them, and then maybe Leia Space Race would be pretty good with it, because you can get you can get 2 vehicles out, which essentially means that once you've got your resources out, you've got the double swing prepared in hand. So it really depends, though, as to whether or not that card feels clunky.
I like that idea. I didn't think about that. Like with Leia, like, okay, I'm going to play that to get this combo off. And then like a turn 5, like turn 4, I'm playing the combo. Like I set it up for turn 3, and then turn 4, I get the double shits out and start swinging.
So there we had a 5-cost takedown, take out the wilderness fighter who was readied by the keep fighting. Quite an interesting exchange.
Right, and McBobber's got a spicy mono blue Krennic deck here with Childson.
Let's go 2 to the base. Yeah. And then I'll pass.
Charleston's fantastic card. Like I run a mono Iden deck that kind of moves between kind of fun mill deck and more of a control deck, and Charleston just does work in these mono blue decks.
Yeah, he's tough to get rid of, especially because it doesn't matter if you show your opponent your hand, because they see that stuff, but they have to deal with the threat on the board. And then I like Childson as a bit of a mind game too, because if you have something in your hand like another Childson and you reveal it to your opponent, it makes them feel a bit bad and might make them make worse plays, because they're like, well, if I get rid of this one, there's another one. So it kind of messes with their head a little bit. I think Charlton's really strong.
Ping the shield off and 2 to base.
And we should be getting some more double aspect blue cards. I mean,
we'll get that upgrade soon.
2 more.
That's gonna be cool.
There's gonna be 3 of each.
Oh, it's an upgrade, the double aspect blue card?
Yeah.
The next one is an upgrade, and then likely a unit will be the last one.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think
I'm gonna kill Dell and give a shield to Childson.
Yeah.
Paying 5 costs for a vigilance. Dell doing work there.
But Vigilance also doing work.
I definitely think Dell did his job.
Yeah, I agree. I think Dell did pretty good there.
I think Search Your Feelings is going to go with a Palpatine deck that searches for Galactic Ambition, or the piece you need to pair with Galactic Ambition.
Yeah, I agree. I think Search Your Feelings is a great setup card for a hard control deck, or a deck that has a combo like that set in where you want to get it off every game, like a Galactic Ambition into. Hopefully, we see a cool Death Star unit. I think that'd be a nice pairing.
20 cost.
Yeah, 20 cost.
I doubt it's gonna be this set, but probably set 3 will probably get a Death Star.
McBobber did torch me last week with Galactic Ambition. So it's been played.
McBobber actually won playing.
Alright, let's do 7.
Galactic Ambition.
Grand Inquisitor sacrificing himself to hit the shield off of Childson there.
How's a good shield?
Yeah, I wish I had a different play, but it was literally I had to.
That card that gives Saboteur would have been real handy right there.
Yeah, it's in the deck.
Did you take initiative?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll pass.
These first 2 games have been great. Thoroughly enjoyed these games.
Yeah, they have, for sure.
A little bit more of a blowout here, but I mean.
Is there anything he could do? There's a couple options. Childson, though, presenting lethal damage currently.
That entrance would be really nice.
It's been a Childson game so far.
Yeah, I just haven't been able to remove that Childson. So it's been a case of
Vanquish. Yep. There it is.
I assumed you had it, but that'll be game.
Very smooth there, McBauer. Nice looking deck.
Good game.
Yeah.
Not seeing any takedowns was rough.
Yeah, takedown would have made a huge difference there if you could have killed Childson without having to trigger Inquisitor.
One of those things where it's like, if you don't see it, you don't see it.
That was awesome. All right, so next up we have Trash Panda versus Solo.
Alrighty.
All right. Mm-hmm.
I think I want to give this. I want to give this a go.
I was just about to play Vader too.
We
Ooh,
can do a Vader mirror.
Oh,
Vader
do
mirror, Vader mirror.
Play Ramp Vader versus Blue Vader. I want to see it.
My deck's still on the board and I can't delete it now because I was spectating, so I'll just get rid of that. Thank you. Ah, the Vader Blue. Rich has been very high on this. It's very interesting deck.
That is interesting.
I
I'm
like
looking forward to seeing it.
I think it's very fun. I don't know where it's at right now. I think after the most recent releases, it's maybe gotten a bit clunky, but we'll have to see how it goes. We'll have to see how it goes.
I don't think Vader and Dooku are supposed to like each other.
That's true.
Did they have a
complement
fight?
each other quite well in this deck, anyway.
I'll keep this.
Yeah, I'll keep my hand too. Who's going first? Fred. I guess Trash.
Yeah.
Panda.
Trash Panbada. Alrighty. Good luck. I'll start off by having a look at that hand. What have you got there? What's in this deck?
I have nothing but nothing.
Alright then.
Nothing major.
Just exactly what he wants. Hand-picked 4 cards.
I will take the initiative.
Pass.
So do they have tournaments and stuff down in Australia usually? Like do they have any for Destiny and stuff?
Yeah, there was Destiny Nationals, large scale regional events and things like that.
Oh, that's okay.
There were Australians at Worlds. I played against one.
Pay 2, and we'll go for a regional governor, and we will name I can't remember his actual name. Death Star Technician.
Yeah, Super Laser Tech. Got it.
Yeah, Super Laser Tech.
Judge.
True.
Sorry, Death Star DJ is not a real card.
Unfortunately, Death Star DJ is not a real card name. I will take the initiative.
It's kind of a better card name, though.
Do you guys know our pal Remedy? I mean, I'm sure Australia's a giant country, so you probably don't know everybody, but I think he was a pretty well-known player down there.
I don't believe so.
Glenn. His name's Glenn.
To draw a card.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
He is technically part of our squad. He just hasn't been around for a while. We miss him.
Hey, if I can't damage a unit with Vader's ability, I can't use it, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what
was that question about Vader?
Wait, no, I think it. I mean, you have to have the condition of playing the card, but I think you can do one.
Because I played a card, I could do the action, but I don't have a unit to damage, so would it just damage the base?
Oh, it's I think you do as much as you can.
Yeah, I believe if you have
You
a
cannot
unit
use
in play.
Vader's ability without a unit to target.
You can't? Really?
Yeah, because you have to do both. It's not it's both things have to happen.
That sounds very wrong to me. Are you sure about that? Is that like a confirmed rule?
If only you have units, you have to ping your own unit to do damage to the base.
Yeah,
there's
that's
multiple
true.
guys in the chat saying you can do his ability.
Yeah, I'm almost certain you can, because that's how all FFG games work. You just do as much as you can of the abilities.
Yeah. Now,
It's
if
just
you
that
are
if-
the only one with a unit, you have to damage your own unit because you can do it. But if there's no
Right.
units at all, I think you can still damage the base.
Seems so weird from the wording to me in my head. but
I'll just leave it
I
alone for now.
believe you guys in chat.
Hmm.
I already passed the turn, so it's all good.
Well, that's Gandork next time he's on.
I mean, everybody in the chat's saying you can do it. You're allowed to do it. So
I mean, I don't mind taking 1 damage.
Yeah, that's how pretty much all cards work usually in these games.
Yeah,
Like-
so you can do the one then. Fine.
Alrighty.
so what's the objective with this Vader Blue? What's the payoffs?
It's meant to be a mid-range control deck that wins with Vader. So once you get Vader out, it just hammers home with that.
You're just using like takedowns and stuff like that. Like you like the removal in blue. Is that the concept?
Yeah. Yeah, I really like it binds all things, especially with a low-cost unit like Fifth Brother. Speaking of which, I will play Fifth Brother.
It binds. Quality card.
Yeah, I really love it. Alrighty. I will.
So you pay 3, but then he stands up. So you have 3 money left. So you pay 3, but then when he dies, he's ready.
Yeah, he comes in active.
Yeah.
So it'd be something like that. Oh, the net result is the
I'll take the initiative.
net result's the same. Sorry.
So I only have 2 resources left,
You
right?
pay. No. You pay these 3, but then he comes in ready. Yeah, so you only have 2 money. Yeah, so it was my brain not working properly.
I'll do 1 to Fifth Brother and 1 to the base.
Math is hard.
And pass.
See, yeah, so in blue-red you get like open fire, force choke, takedown, it binds all things, just control.
Yeah, Vader's lightsaber if you're able to get it out as well.
Vader's saber, and then you can get to your Vader and get to your Avenger and Palpatine and whatnot.
Don't actually run Avenger or Palpatine.
Oh, really? Okay.
I will start by getting at your base for 5. I will not activate his ability.
No Palpatine surprises me.
I've been toying with the idea of it, but the investment for 8 when I could more than likely play 2 removal cards and then swing with Vader is my theory behind it. Fair enough.
What's his? As a raid. Okay.
So he's only 2. So Callus lives, and
I'll draw a card.
I think here we go. Pay 2. Overwhelming Barrage.
Shocking choice.
Alright. I'll pay 3, and I'll open fire the Callus.
Okay.
And then I will pass.
So, guys in the chat, are there any decks you're hoping to see tonight? Any matchups or anything like that? I know personally, I'm probably going to be testing some Han tonight. Been enjoying him the last couple days. I'm sure we'll see some mono Boba from Wu. If I'm not be surprised if we didn't see that tonight.
I'd be surprised.
Mono Boba v Mono Jin.
It's a lot of yellow.
Light
It
versus
is.
dark.
Rebel
we
Trader
will
wants
go-
Iden. Rambe says Iden v Chewie.
Ooh, I have an Iden deck I made.
I have an Iden deck too.
That's interesting.
have
They
a-
want Iden.
It's the newest
will-
leader.
Rambe
Get
says
a
Leia
get
v
a fella out.
Sabine.
Party Wingard.
The hero aggro off.
Yeah, hero aggro off. Like, it's interesting.
I think Leia can have other ideas than Red, but
The Leia Red's pretty strong right now, though. I've seen it do some crazy stuff.
Red's gotten
Well,
a lot of
Leia.
cards. Red's gotten a lot of help.
Yeah, I can't imagine playing it with something not red right now. Like yellow
Thinking.
with Leia seems really awkward. Blue, I mean, what are you even doing?
Iden v Chewie would be quite the slog.
And then
Two most defensive
two-
heroes.
Two to the governor.
my governor.
And then I take 2. So pushing at 6.
We'll go one at your base.
So governor has it. Resources.
Rebel Trader said people have been starting to call Red Leia Christmas Leia.
I'll pay.
That's definitely a real deck. It's really coming at your face. You better have a plan.
I'll force choke the Vader.
So that puts me at 7.
And so, commentating here, Solo got out the Vader with the ramp a little earlier. It's already been choked. He can't play Overwhelming Barrage unless he gets the Governor out of the
Vader
way.
to ping the Vader to kill him and ping your base one. He played force choke.
Vader choking himself to death.
Yeah,
failed
maybe I
himself
could have
last
been
time.
a little more patient, knowing that I didn't see that, but that's good play for you.
Vader doing
and
his
then
best David Carradine impression.
I will pass.
Maybe too soon there.
I laughed. I just have push to talk.
So his Vader comes out now.
I think at the moment we're seeing the kind of strength of that blue Vader in its ability to be really patient in what it's doing. So it doesn't feel the need to try to rush anything. There's a lot of like, okay, I'm going to do this and see how you respond to it, and then I'm going to do what I need to do.
Ah. Not the apprentice. We will. It binds all things to heal 3 and then deal 3. I'll pay 2. Vader's Saber onto Vader, killing Palpatine. And then I'll just get 8 at your base. And pass turn.
Unless we get a second Palpatine here, this looks like Solo's in trouble.
No resources.
Mm, yeah, don't know how much of an answer I have for him.
So the last two matches have shown a lot of blue removal power. I think.
We will. Once again, it binds all things, healing 3 and dealing 3.
Is there anybody?
Yeah, to that one. I think being able to deal it to any other unit is really good, space or not.
I'm liking what I see from this Vader.
I've been toying with it for a while, and it felt really clunky at first.
Are people just kind of like addicted to the overwhelming barrage play? Is that the concept? Like you're just getting more reliable removal, you would say, with blue?
Yeah, I think a lot of people really like overwhelming barrage, and I'll just get 8 at your base, and deal 2 to the Ruthless Raiders. Overwhelming barrage is a really good card. That's just set in stone. It's always going to be a great card, I think. But I really like the force keyword, and I really like it binds all things. I think that being able to utilize a lot of the oh, you take the initiative?
I'll have a choice. Because if you just take the initiative now and win.
Oh well, I just swung with Vader for 8, so it's Oh, you took it. Yep. Yeah, I'll pass. Sorry, too busy talking. No resources. And I think I like the force keyword a lot, and I think being able to run a lot of lightsabers and having all of the removal options rather than just having overwhelming barrage makes the deck really fun. I find it's a really patient deck, so you just sit and wait, and that's how you win pretty much.
What is Vader at? 3?
He is at 3, so he has 6
He
health
has
left.
9, so 6 health left.
Exactly enough to get barraged.
Or Palpatine.
Or
Or Palped.
Palpatine.
Or Palped. That's true.
Does he have one? I'm guessing
But the
yes.
barrage is the better play, though. I had barrage for a while, but that governor really slowed me down.
Yeah, I really like Governor. I think that, especially in a Boba Fett matchup where you just name Disintegrator, the Boba Fett Disintegrator. How much? So he's taking 3 damage. He has +2/+2. So is it 5 health left?
8 health, 5 health, yeah. So perfect time for takedown if you have it.
I think we'll do that.
Yeah.
And then my base will take 2 damage.
Yes. 5. Fifth.
Solo trying to make a comeback here, seeing if he can stabilize.
I will pass.
We have seen crazier things happen.
He does have a resource advantage. Substantial.
No resources. Understandable. I'll pay 6. And our Ruthless Raiders, 2 to your base. And 2 to the Snow Trooper Lieutenant.
That's crucial.
That is some value right there.
It does kill him. He does only a 2 health unit.
Oh. Dang.
Ruthless
do it right
Raider,
there.
finishing things off.
That's what this card's good at. Guaranteed base damage.
Yeah, I saw that card and I immediately was like, this needs to be a 2 of Invader in this deck because it's a slower, more patient deck. It's got the removal for low bodies
Yeah, that's
that can trade up, and then it's just straight damage.
that's a game. I don't think there's like we can.
Because I can
Eats
tap
yeah,
Vader later.
A-Wings still hanging around.
Oh yeah, you tap Vader too. Yeah, this game. Yeah, this game.
Good
I
game.
don't have no healing in this deck. Good
know.
game, man.
That was a very interesting match. I hadn't seen Vader Blue before.
I've been working on it quite a while. I think it struggles right now against Green Yellow Boba, like everything. But I'm trying to work on getting it to that point where it can play. But I find it's a really fun, patient deck. Not usually what I play style wise, but I find it quite interesting. And it loves Delmico because you get some healing and stop your opponent from doing all the stuff.
One thing I could have done
Pong
differently
v Woo.
was not.
Home
We
v
don't
Woo.
play- we don't
see
play
it.
each other enough.
Oh, we haven't played yet. Just get it in.
I could have been more patient with Vader and not swung with him, knowing that
Maybe I'll show something
how things were
weird.
gonna go.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's hard though because Vader Ramp just wants to get him out as soon as possible,
Yeah.
just to get the damage in. So it's interesting because the blue Vader deck, it either has the answer or it doesn't for Vader. So it is a gamble, and most of the time it's 50-50 whether or not I'll be able to kill him or not. So I think it was the right play at that instance, but yeah.
Yeah, I think like that overwhelming the governor stopping my overwhelming barrage was big, and
Yeah. I was incredibly scared of that card. Like that card really has a go at that deck because a lot of the time I don't have if my opponent has no units, I don't really have any units because we're usually trading or removing. So overwhelming barrage is really detrimental because if you get something out, you barrage my Vader, I just lose. There's nothing I can really do. So Governor's in there purely for naming barrage and naming Boba Fett Disintegrator in those matchups.
All right, so we got Bohm playing aggro.
Ooh,
Honda,
Iden.
and Wu playing Iden with green.
show us how to do it.
I don't think this is very good, but it was asked.
Oh, I thought you were playing
I'm
gas
a
today.
people pleaser.
I thought you were playing gas today, man. You brought out the gas canisters, you sat them down, and then you went and got some candy.
Two.
An A-wing with a smuggling compartment.
Oh, that's good.
Cheese.
Go.
Here he is.
I'll do.
I love how
4.
Take 4.
I love how
Okay.
there are 3. There's 2 units and a leader on
That costs
Wu's
2,
board, and
but-
all of them heal.
Oh no, it's only advanced. Sorry, not you.
Tricky. So I want to dump this card.
Space aggro.
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy start. 2 smuggling compartments.
All right, let's get rid of the A-wing.
That's why both input compartments didn't go on the same thing.
Hmm.
Indeed. So let's see here.
So basically, the TIE Fighter could pay 1 to draw a card, right?
Let's go ahead and hit your base for 2. I'll pay the 2. Draw the card. Ready.
All right, I'll hit you for 3 and restore 1.
I haven't seen that card in a
I'll
while.
take it. Shit.
Pass.
That's pretty cool.
My guess is Poem's deck is mostly, if not all, space.
Yeah, red, yellow, Han space race. I like it. I don't think enough people rate the Mining Guild TIE Fighter. I think it's really good as a resource sink.
Nothing
Especially
wrong
in
with the
decks like
Mining
this.
Guild TIE Fighter. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, good card.
No, I like that card too.
All right, let's pop them both.
And I think the smuggling compartment
3 and 1.
nice touch with it.
Yeah, I agree. I think, especially if you can get 2 on it, it's just free draw every turn, and you're hitting for 3 damage to base is pretty great.
I'll heal 1.
But Wu's decision to prioritize the Aryan is absolutely correct too.
Yeah.
Three at your base, heal 1. Did I went back? I went the wrong way last time. Sorry. Went to
Good.
heal.
Couldn't tell you.
Wait, yeah, 4 and 2, and then 2 heals. Yeah.
I'll go base.
You're gonna play a black one, aren't you?
Read them like a book. Read them like a book, Woo.
4.
Well, there's a lot of big cards. Mace, Han, black one. Take your pick.
I don't think. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Lando, damn it.
That's
Yeah. I'll clean.
Pass. It's tricky.
See if Wu has the ATSD here.
Feel really, really good.
Bring my lady in.
I lose 2.
You sweet lady.
Oh, no ATSD so far.
Probably a barrage. So he wants the 4 base.
That shield. So many problems.
You need that attack with the unit. Give it Saboteur card.
6 to base.
There it is.
I'll garage.
Whoa.
Oh, he's killing the little guy.
I'll heal 1.
Yeah, that's the better move because he doesn't get the value.
Oh yeah, and you can still
also swing
get the
either.
other.
Yeah, remove the shield.
Alright, let's outmaneuver to exhaust both units.
Oh, not bad. Look at you
How's it?
playing outmaneuver.
I will.
I did misplay. I should have attacked with Han though.
Oh, if you attack with Han, I
Or
kill this
with
one.
the other Han.
Yeah, you save the better Han that way.
I'll clean.
Can Wu get the third barrage?
The hat trick. the hat trick.
I mean, a Vanquish would do it here too, but barrage is even better.
But you got to go for the hat trick. 3 overwhelming barrages typically does it. Then you get the bow.
J Rod says, Aiden, that's my girl.
He's a bad man, my jammer.
You know what? Let me just think about this some more. Let me think about this some more.
I'm gonna think about it more too then.
Poem, you're taking way too long. I don't like it.
I don't know what to do. Okay, I'll just do it that way. It makes me want to throw up in my mouth.
Live commentary of the brain of Poem.
Okay. All right. 2 at pawn. That's not
Oh, barrage.
Sorry. I'll do the 6.
All right, I'll kill pawn. Gain a life.
I think the healing has made a difference, right?
All right.
Black one's a really interesting card.
I think it really does shine.
Play a Consortium Star Viper.
What?
Wait, no. Sorry. I'll play a resupply.
What? You actually have that in your deck?
Greedy boy.
I think Black Ones really shines in a deck like Han, where you're aggressively using hand resources, and then you can just refresh with a 4/4 body on board. Seems pretty good, especially in space.
I don't know what's going on here, but I'm gonna.
Black One looks like Spike Ship from Cowboy Bebop.
That's true.
It does.
I think it looks like an X-Wing.
I think I'm just gonna take initiative.
That's also
X-Wing
true.
X-Wing from Star Wars.
And it's got the resistance tag.
And pass.
Mm-hmm. Finally, some anime lovers. Oh.
Oh, I love me some anime. I got a couple of cool tattoos, a Jiraiya and
Good game.
Ace.
Alright.
It is.
Had this one.
So anybody who's
Lethal.
an anime initiate, watch
I
Jujutsu Kaisen
win that game.
right
He
now.
doesn't have a surprise
One.
strike.
Who got it, Paul?
Classic, yeah.
You win the
Surprise
game
strike
if
for
I don't
Black
have
One.
surprise strike. I have 18 health.
Oh yeah, an ambushed Avenger would have absolutely demolished you. And I would have gained 2 life, most likely. And I think that would have easily stabilized at that point. I don't think. But you usually have surprise. Like you hadn't played one yet. I
think I saw a change of heart in Poem's hand.
The change of heart.
Yeah, that might. If change of heart on Avenger top of next round might have been a problem for you.
That's true. Maybe I don't win. But I was hoping.
I must have got lucky, right, Woo?
No, I kind of expected you to have a surprise strike. It's why I thought about just playing the Consortium and ambushing it for 2 life, so I wouldn't die to it. But then it doesn't accomplish anything because I can't play a big ship the next turn. So I was hoping you not to have surprise strike. I don't think it's lucky that you did. There's 3 copies in there, right? So.
All right, so we're gonna recycle here. So let's see. Panda, you played. Who'd you play so far? Do you recall?
Solo and James Pedrosa's.
Okay. Let's have Pedrosa's v. Let's see. Maybe Loopy? Been a minute since he played?
Sounds good.
Yeah. What's everyone's favorite decks right now? What's everyone having the most fun with?
I'm not having too much fun right now, but I'm working on it.
What are you hoping to get then? What's got to get Palpatine?
No, I'm being difficult. No, Vader Green is my jam.
Bring back the Gen, I think. do love this deck.
I'm just struggling with a couple of versions.
Yeah,
Like either going
that's
the big ramp version or going more of like a low, wider Vader. Because there's a big ship version and then there's a wide version that I've been working on. But most
like
people play the ship.
yeah. I prefer actually the go wide trooper variant or like just the go wide variant. But I think one thing I've noticed is decks like Vader, like even my Vader Blue and Vader Green and stuff like that have fallen behind a bit just because of all the yellow releases. Like there's been so much cunning that it kind of feels like if you're not playing cunning, it's not
Red
happening, I guess.
Red Hero and Cunning have gotten the most love lately, and it's
Yeah, I
really
agree.
strong.
It's been really strong love to like yeah. I think cunning definitely was a huge boost. The card cunning definitely was a big one, and we'll probably see that this game. Another Jin's back.
Hey, you gotta send me that gin list, man. That was great.
It is super duper fun, and we'll absolutely send you the list. It's such a fun deck. It really is surprising.
We'll go set it up with Insurgents.
In the space
Huh?
arena?
And I thought you played it real tight too.
It's flying with its bazooka.
It's rocket jumping.
Yeah, rocket jumping.
Better play something with 4 health then. We will call 3. Nope.
Take the initiative.
So I've been just really enjoying like Boba and Han. Like I like the resource manipulation.
Pass.
And I just try out all different colors with those guys just to kind of see what I can make work.
Yeah, I think Boba's pretty consistently strong. I definitely think like green, and red are probably the strongest variants. Maybe Montiel has access to cunning. And I think Boba's probably just going to be consistently.
C3PO.
Loopy and I will never see eye to eye on him still running droids in Sabine.
See, I run C3PO in Sabine for some, like, if I need to replenish my hand late game, but I'm not a big fan of R2, controversially.
Is that controversial?
A lot of people really like R2. They think that the manipulation of the top deck is really important, but I really don't run R2 in any decks. I took it out of Leia, I took it out of Luke. I think the one resource puts me in an awkward spot, and I feel like I don't get enough value by looking at the top of the deck when I would rather just take a guess at the curve and draw a card.
Well, I like
I just
R2
feel
and
like
Luke.
I feel like the new card that just came out, the Cause I Believe in, has fired R2. R2's
Yeah, I
fired
agree.
now.
I think
Like you don't even need him.
in any deck that's trying to hit base, I can't imagine playing 1/4s. But I kind of agree with you. I don't really play R2 in really any deck, except sometimes Luke, just because of the turn 1.
Yeah, put a shield on him is not bad.
But if the only justification is looking at the top of your deck, the new card covers that. You don't need to play R2 anymore.
Yeah.
The new card is not a control card.
Yes.
It's a pure aggro card. So
I think it's a great setup card. I think a lot of people do discount the looking at the cards part. I think dealing the damage is like a great effect most of the time. You're going to be hitting 3 damage, but I think that hitting 3 damage and then seeing a surprise strike and being able to set up to draw that next is honestly huge, because you're essentially then just dealing minimum 6 damage and then whatever.
But that stuff's important only because the base damage mattered, right? Like,
oh yeah, it's definitely an aggressive card, but it's got some nice bonuses.
I mean, these guys definitely hacked into our. Sorry.
Discard a random card.
Exhaust the red 3 and then discard a card.
You don't want to return the red 3 to his hand?
Not particularly, no. I'm not too fussed with him having it out on field, because I can easily outrace him at this current stage if it comes to that, but I'd rather him not have the options in hand.
But isn't bouncing it just better than exhausting it? Because
He has to pay for it
he
again.
has to play it for again, right?
Yeah, true. You're probably right.
Yeah, playing it basically is exhausting it.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
K2.
Here he is.
Love that guy.
I really like this card.
I'm just presetting this deck up for when something looks for droids. Key tag.
Yeah, true.
Is he
Twilight
kind of
of the
like the
Republic.
hero?
And I like anything that lets me look at the top deck of my card, or my top card of my deck.
I'm keen for Twilight of the Republic because we better get a lot of battle droid and droid support in there. That'd be really fun.
Is
what did
K2
you
the
do?
hero version of
Nice.
Ruthless Raider?
Yeah, kinda. He's cheaper and he has a direct damage when defeated effect. He's got Overwhelm, which I think is huge for trading because you're gonna get damage against the smaller units, and then if he subsequently dies, you're just gonna deal straight damage to face. I think he's pretty good for 4.
Yeah, also I think as the space arena gets more clogged up,
Raider base.
Ruthless Raider just gets better for that very same reason. It's not overwhelmed, but it's like I get to sack my Ruthless Raider to do even more damage
Yeah.
in a pseudo overwhelm. It's not direct overwhelm, but it's like I'm doing 2.
Yeah, I agree. I think Ruthless
Oh,
Raiders
it's
is
40 to your base,
pretty
1 to
solid.
mine.
The unit Sabine doesn't hurt your own base.
Yeah, no, she
Oh, yeah,
only
you're right.
deals damage to opponent bases.
Even better.
Good for multiplayer.
I haven't played multiplayer yet, but I really want to.
Yeah, I'm excited to see when the rules come out for that. I think it'll be real fun.
I hope we get that sooner rather than later.
It'll
Nick
be
Bobber is
very.
obsessed with co-op.
Yeah, I love Commander and Magic, so I'm looking forward to this. It'll be fun too because at large events we'll be able to have them as side events probably. I think multiplayer side events are going to be so fun.
We'll go. Surprise strike Billy Lethal Insurgent into Sabine.
That does kill him.
Yeah. So.
Some mono action here.
Is that 7?
8, right?
Yep, raid 1.
Yeah, 8. Sorry.
I'd really like to make like a, get mono Han to work. I'm not sure it's quite ready yet.
I think it's just missing a few yellow hero pieces. Because yellow villain's gotten a lot of stuff lately. But I think when we get a couple more yellow hero Han, we'll definitely have a shot for sure. Because yellow's meant to be the low cost space vehicles color. So pretty excited to see where that would go.
Seems like a good card.
It's really like not that many cards left, to be honest. There's like 70 left.
Yeah,
We'll do that
but
first.
my theory
we'll
behind
take
it
that
is
for
even
red
one
three.
card can really shake things up.
With the new set coming out in July, I wonder how long before we start getting spoilers for the second set.
I'd say we'll probably get like a month and a half, maybe a month of
3 to base.
Spark of Rebellion, and then we'll probably start getting spoilers and streams for Shadows of the Galaxy, which will be fun because we'll probably see a lot of Underworld support in that, based on what they said being Outer Rim theme.
Oh, I can't wait for a Jabba, man.
I missed
yeah, I'm keen for
Jeddah on the
Jabba, yeah.
Falcon is what I should have done.
At They can't
All right.
start teasing the next set too early in the life cycle.
did
of
you
the
take
current
initiative?
one because
Yep.
it kind of reduces interest in the current set.
Yeah, which is why I think we get a month and a
Usually
half.
no earlier than a month out.
Yeah,
what
I think it'll be a month,
expect.
month and a half of like meta, like sorting out the meta for set 1, and then we'll get to see new cards so that the
Oh
hype.
no,
for
I mean
two-
like a month before the new set, not 3. Like that would make it like 3 months before. Because it's every 4 months. Like I expect 3 months of no spoilers, and then
That's fair.
I don't know if you start teasing a new set so early.
Fuck Rebellion.
But the
Like-
set comes out in July, bro. Like March.
Yeah,
March,
April,
April, May.
June, July, right? It's 4 months.
You want the
Yeah,
insert
so you-
right?
I'd
Get rid of
expect
Squadron
June.
Strike.
I'd expect spoilers starting in June. Personally.
But then you'd have like a huge explosion of spoilers for a month and a half.
I think maybe.
That's usually
I think
how it works for.
I think May,
games.
June is when we'll see it. Like maybe late May, and then through June, and then release
not
in the
used to
first week of July.
Actually, I am used to that. What am I talking about?
The typical cadence all the card games do. Like they can't kill hype in the current set. They're still trying to sell product.
Do that.
Brings you out.
She wouldn't kill K2, would she?
Yeah,
She's
she
very, very
So do you-
anti-thematic.
If
Do
I
you
do
still
kill,
play-
if I do kill K2, I lose. So,
Do you still
True.
play R2 and Luke?
but if I don't kill K2, I lose.
I don't know.
So,
I haven't played Luke in a while. There might be enough cards now that it's not necessary anymore.
So you're saying if you don't kill him, you lose, and if you do kill him, you lose.
yeah, those are my two options here. So it's a really tough decision that I'm trying to make here.
You lose or you lose.
I lose or I lose. Yeah.
Oh,
I think you
Jesus.
should lose. I think
I
that's the
think
best
I
play.
think I'll lose. Yeah.
I haven't known you for
Let's
very long,
swing.
but I'm guessing you're going to choose the option that makes you lose.
I'll swing 4 into K2, so get that guy out of here. I'll take the damage.
Get him out of here! Get him out of here!
Get him out of here. Or I could discard a card.
Hey, that's pretty good. Hey, James discarded one of your cards. Just make him discard one back. That seems fair.
I think he should probably take 3 damage, and I get
Ah,
to pick that.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair
all
enough.
right. Yeah, okay. Good game, mate.
Good game.
The race.
And you guys are absolutely correct. I should have bounced it. I was just very silly. It was just a misplay on my part.
I should have neutered your Falcon with the epic
Yeah,
action. of the
nah.
We're
round
gonna go
earlier,
Trash
too.
Panda versus Woo, and then we'll do McBobber v Solo.
That's why we get wrecked.
What do I play here?
Probably something good because you're playing our best player.
Probably something good. Maybe. We'll see.
Someone needs to set up attack pattern Delta.
Don't.
I'm
don't
sorry. You guys,
tempt me,
you guys
Robert.
needed people playing good decks. Sorry, I only build Shank.
True.
I really wanted to play double red Inquisitor, but
Oh, dude, I've built that so many times.
all right. So I want the
Round
rematch
2 for
then.
this.
The jank off.
Mono. Blue red Vader.
He's back.
All right, tell
And
you
he's
what.
still
Next,
inflated.
next
This could
time
be
I play,
scary.
I'll bring forward a deck with attack pattern Delta. All right, just for you guys.
I'm really looking forward to this game.
Now that is how to get an invite back as a guest soon.
I could be. I'm a little scared of this. Like, no.
Nah,
it's
Vader's just a little puppy. He's just a little Sith puppy.
I think you should
That
be
does
able
a lot
to
of
deal with
damage.
it, but we'll see.
So Wu is playing the double cunning Boba, which got an immense help over the spoilers over the last couple weeks.
Do you
I think
run
just-
Cantina Bouncer? I'm out of curiosity. I just
yeah.
haven't found a place of that card in any deck.
That card goes in any deck. Cantina
Guessing
Bouncer.
any
It
mono
goes-
yellow seems
it
pretty
goes
good for
in
it.
Any mono yellow deck. I
Any
would
mono
play,
yellow.
yeah.
But it's the first
Could
card
not
you
find-
select.
I mean, you pay 7 for it any day, right?
No.
It's waylay on a stick. It's waylay on a dude.
God, this is a tough. This is
Pay
very
7 for a
tough.
bouncer all day, man.
What? So what's the name of the three-eyed alien species that's on that card? Anybody know it?
I think it's a Gran.
Yeah, it is Gran. It is Gran.
Yeah, I know my Star Wars.
You know,
Too good.
it's fun just throwing up random trivia to this
I
group.
will take it away. What do you like? What cards do you enjoy in this deck? Let's start with a. I will name Boba Fett Disintegrator.
Okay, I will play a cartel spacer.
I will take the initiative.
So you named Disintegrator because that's the name of the unit version of Boba, right?
This is Boba Fett Disintegrator. Alrighty, let's start with pay 3 and we'll get Del Miko out. Here he is.
Lots
I
of
guess you
denial.
I guess you just play the governor instead of R2 in the Luke, right?
I prefer to play Governor and Luke. I'll take the initiative.
2 pass.
Yeah, Governor is not a villain card.
He is just.
Rebel Trader says, I'm pretty sure they ruled it so you can just say Boba Fett and it blocks all versions of him.
That might
I
be.
would. It specifically mentions name a card, but that if that's how it is, that's pretty strong.
That's
I think that's what they said.
What?
It can't interact with your leader, can it?
1 second.
No.
You can still
You don't play a leader. You put it into play.
Right.
But
Which
if
the
once they start
subtle
making
player
more
wins.
versions of other characters, that will become
Yeah.
relevant.
Oh god.
Oh, block card. All right, I'll shrink your guard.
Hmm?
No, I won't. I changed my mind. I'll hit you for 2.
3 at your base. Restore 1.
Is that he's a saboteur or something?
Oh no, sorry.
Oh,
There
nice.
is a
Yeah.
spellbook card. Ooh. I'll pass.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You'll- Interesting. I'll kill your taunt guy. Your
Paying
sentinel.
1 extra.
1 extra.
for
So
Dominique.
2.
Okay, so he takes 2 damage as well. I'll swing 1 into the spellbook card.
I'll,
It's a very angry
shift.
governess.
True. And now we'll go into your base, heal 1. And then I'll pass.
Are you sure?
He can't ping. He never played it.
Oh, he never played Imperial.
I never played a villain card, unfortunately.
Search your feelings about that pass.
Yeah, I'll put this down. Okay. All right, Bosky boy will kill Delmico.
Fair enough.
Already, Lisa.
I'll go 1 into your base.
Definitely some interesting resourcing decisions from Wu here. Definitely questioned a couple of them, but
Are you doubting?
Like
me?
Interceptor to kill the Cartel Spacer.
I I've been putting Imperial Interceptor back into a bunch of decks to deal with all the A-Wings.
You have to. You just have to.
I'm gonna go 4 at your base.
It does feel satisfying to shoot them down. And you can make like the sound.
Pay 1, I will deal 1 to Boba and 1 to your base.
Just put my hot takes in the chat.
I will exhaust her and kill your interceptor.
No, I guess this decision making was sound. The damage.
Fine.
Okay. And pass.
It was a very close match.
It's just interesting how much he really values the Bosk. I feel like I just have a hard time like prioritizing keeping him over some other powerful cards.
Ruthless Raider. I'll deal damage to your base and 2 damage to Bosk.
I'm really liking this blue control Vader, man.
It's a whole new Vader.
It seems like it's got a pretty straightforward game plan.
I'll
Like, it
return
just
that to
knows
your
what it's
hand.
doing.
Oh, I get to do it again?
So, Spice Crew, do you publish your decks anywhere?
So this she's
yeah, at the
exhausted,
beginning.
right? She didn't ready this
Yeah,
one?
yeah, she should.
Oh
be.
yeah, no, sorry. That was my fault. Yeah, every gameplay episode, we throw the deck lists up, and then they're on Star Wars database as well. I think I'll just take the initiative.
4 to your base. Ready to play a Viper Probe.
Regional Governor, Probe Droid, Takedown, Ruthless Raider.
Gotcha. Okay. Pass.
And you got second governor like, yeah, I'm about to wreck your hands.
Now she's back. Alrighty. Starting it off, I reckon pay 6. Ruthless Raider, deal 2 damage to the Viper Probe, 2 damage to your base.
Three to your base.
Activate Vader. Deal 1 damage to Boba, 1 damage to your base.
Mm.
This is a great match.
I just think yellow Boba usually has all the answers. You can just deal with all types of decks. Aggro, control. Just very, very good.
Yeah, its ability to just do more than your opponent is just so good.
It's just the flexibility in these cards that are giving, like in the cunning card, that lets it turn it into an aggro card or a control card, depending on what you're trying to do.
I think it's really good.
Return that. Give Boba +4.
Now, I do kind of wonder if he was running the shield base, whether that would have saved Dell and made a difference.
Exhausted.
Ooh.
No. I'll claim.
I'll hit you for 8.
Oh, God.
Ready to.
21.
My soul just hurt. Ooh.
Yeah, she's got the Ruthless Raiders. Yeah, same cards, a takedown. Yep. Okay.
It's just got all the answers, man. No good to me dead. Just
Oof.
wrecks so many decks, man.
I'm not actually that scared.
Yeah, I think he's ahead too.
You think he's ahead?
Yeah.
Because Vader's
not taking
exhausted.
out Vader is
Well,
a
Vader
choice.
is exhausted. But,
Yeah. I'll
Well, I
start
don't win this
with-
game if I trade.
No,
with
yeah,
Vader.
no.
I'll take down Boba.
So
Don't forget Vader was exhausted again this round, which would have made a massive difference. But
Yeah.
3.
But having that 30 health is making a difference for sure.
Surprise strike.
Mm-hmm. 3.
If you've got it, you've got it. Alrighty.
Transfer. Pass.
That's the card you should have called early. Oh man, this is a different game if he can't play that.
Oh, the bouncer.
Yeah. When he called Boba, I was like,
Well, it was early in the game.
that's not.
Well, this is still on
still-
Boba. I never killed it.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. The fact that you completely ignored it is just like telling.
A6. Academy Defense Walker put a counter onto the regional governor.
You know, I think you call Boba Bosk or Cunning, right?
Definitely calling Cunning against the mono deck is a strong choice.
That bouncer wrecks games, man.
Play this.
I would argue bouncer being the strongest card in this cunning deck. It's such like a big swing. It's getting a body and taking away your body.
Well, and it's getting you, allowing you to proc the Boba that turn.
Yeah, like
insane.
that's too much value.
It's so good.
That's way too much value, man. That in my opinion might be the best combination in the game. Boba with Cantina Bouncer.
See, unfortunately, I did have the takedown. So if I had one extra resource,
Yeah.
I had you.
Nothing to do against this, I don't believe, in your colors of 3.
Yeah. No, not in the colors of 3. It was if I had the extra one, I would have been able to take it down, and then I would have been fine. But yeah, rough.
It's close. That Vader deck's
But
close.
Steve, this is the thing.
Match.
Blue is gonna get
You
more
take a note.
control. Blue is gonna get more control. So
We'll just have a look here, and then wow, and then yeah, I'll pass.
You're super dead.
Super duper dead.
Yeah, just coming for the 3.
Good game.
Good game.
Good game. That was rough. I think I didn't see. I saw one takedown when I needed to, but I don't know what else I could have done too bad. I actually surprisingly didn't feel like I was in that much danger until
you had to call the Cantina
I thought
Bouncer.
for a little bit there you were favored too, but just expecting I was expecting just like a big thing to come down a little sooner, like a Palpatine, but you didn't drew one, or like a Dooku.
He doesn't run Palpatine.
Yeah, no, I didn't see any.
Oh, don't play Palpatine.
I don't play Palpatine, but I didn't see any Dookus until just then, so that's rough. I think not seeing a Vader's Saber as well was pretty tough. Because Vader's Saber is really good. Vader's Saber onto Vader would have been able to kill another thing, or would have been able to ping the shield off of the 7th Fleet. I would have been able to swing into a bouncer, killing it, pinging the 7th Fleet, killing it, and then would have been able to swing my governor into the what's it called? The probe droid, and then still would have had a sentinel.
My opening turn resourcing was one of the hard. Like I have no idea if I did it right or wrong, but I had 2 Cunnings, a Fire Spray, a Cartel Spacer, a Bosk, and a Cell Block card.
Yeah.
I'm
that is
wondering
pretty tough.
what 2 cards most people here would resource, but I did the Fire Spray and one of the 2 Cunnings.
That's what I would have done as well.
I think
Just to keep the curve correct,
But I don't think the curve really matters on that turn where you have 5 resources. You actually have 8.
Yeah,
And
I know.
like, you get the bounce with the Cunning, and then you have extra resources with Boba.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I know.
I would-
Like you were confused at why I put Cell Block Guard down instead of the no good to me. Is that like?
And eventually I came around on that decision. That made sense actually, because you got the
resourced
kill
the Del
on the
Nico.
interceptor.
And I think in hindsight, Bosk was the all-star, right?
I just think the game really was flipped when he called Boba with the governor and not the Katina
Well,
Boucher.
I drew a Boba the turn after and just resourced it. That like if I had a good three, like a Boba instead of the cell block guard down, I think he might have lost board control way quicker. Cause
Yeah, you
like,
always name Boba first.
the reason
Okay.
the reason the board control wasn't so favored is because I had to I like went cell block guard into his 2/4 and then he could kill it with like the one power guy and survive. Like if the other way around, if it was Boba would have surprise strike the Cloud City guard, and then he would have had this trade Del Nico into it to kill it,
which would have sucked.
I think that would have made a big difference. So I kind of, it's either name Boba or hope you name the right 2-drop. Like if you name Cartel Spacer, I might just like insta lose because that's the only 2-drop I have. But it's too much guessing at that thing to do that.
It's better to take the safest option of knowing that you're going to run Boba and knowing you're going to play it. I think one thing to consider, as well as that yellow Boba has had far more support than red villain and blue villain. So it'll be interesting to see what else we get.
What card?
A-Wing.
A-Wing, okay.
Nice.
So we see that Rebel Trader said that you can just name Boba Fett and it will block all versions of the card Boba Fett. You don't have to name Disintegrator. So if there's ever another Boba Fett in the game, it would block both.
Wow, that makes that card way better.
Currently, obviously, that doesn't affect anything because there's no duplicate versions of anything.
But I'm sure we will be getting, and when that happens, it's definitely something that we're gonna have to keep our eye on.
I think that's a little bit of a weird ruling for me, but what do I know?
Yeah, usually I'm used to, like in Magic, you have to specifically name the full card or be able to explain which card that you want to stop specifically. So it's pretty interesting that that's the ruling.
It's weird because it just says name a card, not like name a character.
Because the name of the card is not Boba Fett. The name of the card is Boba Fett Disintegrator.
I'm gonna actually. I'm gonna shoot.
I wonder though if that's maybe a little bit of a misinterpretation or if that was actually confirmed by the developer because it seems kind of strange to me.
That's a nice ambush.
That's good.
Thank you.
That is a nice ambush. Well, we'll be getting a nice FAQ sheet like day one, which will be really good from the devs.
But I'm with Palm though. I think Boba Fett's just like my favorite thing because he never feels.
I'll pass.
Like he's
not using your governor.
Dead in the water to anything.
Oh yeah, one.
Nah, Boba's currently the best leader because he has the most simplistic effect, and Yellow's support for him is just the easiest. Yellow's meant to be the answer color, so you can just pretty much run whatever you want. There's no wrong answers.
I mean, I haven't seen Boba Blue yet, but I'm sure it's
feels like the tempo deck, right? Like you're never like permanently answering things, you're temporarily answering things. Not like Blue, or just like kill the thing. Like he just
I like that.
Boba Blue
like
peels off some wins sometimes. It's definitely not as powerful as the other colors. I'd put yellow and blue. Yellow and blue are pretty high up there. I mean, red's maybe. I don't know. I like yellow right now. I put that number 1, maybe green number 2, red number 3, something like that.
Yeah, when the cunning first
I'll do
came out,
3 to Ezra.
I'll leave it.
I will say, if you want to crush aggro, I think the red at this point is probably the one that does that the best.
Yeah, you can just load up on
Force chokes, interceptors. Yeah. Like
here he is, the bot.
He's also good at like pivoting, right? He can kill your opponent quickly too. Like some decks are good at answering aggro but can't close, and then like aggro eventually just gets there. But he can close.
A2SO though is such a great card. That
you're being rescued.
Do not resist. Bonus.
For sure, getting like guaranteed damage, even if your thing can't attack, is a big deal. That's why that Thor Claws card's pretty good too.
K2SO is great for removing sentinels. Just any, like, you put a sentinel in front of him and he's like, I'm gonna get damage through either way, from overwhelm or just from me dying.
Well, it looks.
It's thematic too. K2 died for a cause.
Yeah, he did.
It looks
For
like
a
it
cause he
was
believes in.
confirmed, by the way, by the devs that you just name like the character name and it blocks all versions of it.
Wow, that is pretty strong. Like in the future when we get more characters and things like that, but that's pretty dope. I like it.
1 to your base. And pass.
Why not kill Ezra there? That makes no sense.
Oh, yeah.
You're not gonna take back, but
No, I'm not gonna take back. Because I don't do takebacks anymore.
it was just super clean. You keep the governor around and just clear the guy.
Yeah, let's do 3 to the base.
That was a mistake.
Ooh, I'm thinking if I want to play this card. You know, I think I will. Let's attack for 6 with K2 against
Wait, what happened?
the governor.
He's playing the
Ezra plays a card. He played a fleet lieutenant, which lets me attack with the unit.
Oh, so you're attacking who?
I'm killing the governor and doing 2 overwhelm.
So Coleman saw when we
Pretty
played
big.
like a Han out there, and I really did not expect you to have any ground units in that deck.
You thought I was going full.
I thought you were
space.
100% space, yeah.
You gotta have. I mean,
resist the Han though, right?
I put Han and Mason there. I figure you can still maybe activate with one of those guys real quick, and then play the outmaneuver after. They have 4 weenie guys. You hit with your Han,
Ezra.
and then you exhaust their 3 weenie guys with the outmaneuver or something like that. I don't know.
And I'll heal 2.
You can't just be all in on one card and like not play other good cards in the deck. It's a pretty crazy strategy though. Just go like really hard on space and just hope for the best.
Good old space race.
I feel like the way that you lose in that deck is if somebody else has outmaneuver.
Well, sir, if they're a ground deck without maneuver, yeah, because ground does more damage. I think you also just lose to a deck playing a decent amount of removal, right?
Maybe.
Because you almost entirely abandon the ground arena, and they just kill a couple of your ships. But it's good for sure. Like, I mean, I like that you added Han and Maze. I think that makes sense. Like, they're coming in after the outmaneuver stuff anyway.
Not all the removal works on space units, you know, like Force Choke and stuff like that. Like, a lot of times people are just trying to trade into your units and stuff to clear them. So they're kind of a little bit more difficult to deal with over there.
A lot of them are 3 health, which makes it hard to open fire. Like, just a little bit awkward to open fire.
Yeah, they're not like villain ships that are very weak and just get barraged too. Like you're putting upgrades on them and things like that, so they
7 health on Yoda. Scary.
I think
old
man's got the sword.
I think Han Red with the space is a real deck, but I need to test it more.
Hope to get a couple upgrades for the space unit, so you don't have to like main deck Fang Fighter.
Alright, I'll do 40 Yoda.
Do I have
more space coming?
There?
You might not. I think if you probably don't, because you're playing like the 7 drops. You probably could trim a bit.
Then I'll pass.
Yeah, I have Fang Fighter.
Spice Squadron guys, are you guys into any other games?
Yeah, I play Commando. I play Magic quite a lot. But this is kind of taken my main focus up really in the card gaming space.
Yeah, for me, obviously, other than just like board games and such, the only like in the card gaming space, this is pretty much taken the full spot.
Any phone card games?
I played I played Snap for a little bit, but I've been getting back into there's like a Warhammer Hearthstone, like Legions or something. So I've been playing that.
I do understand. Called
what's the
Tacitus.
most
Is that it?
Not Tacticus, no. There's like it's kind of like a Hearthstone rip-off sorta, and it's like 30k themed.
I do have to say, every now and then I get very into Legends of Runeterra.
See, there's a guy in my own heart. the original Hearthstone ripoff.
Yeah. It's good. I really like that game.
Yeah, there's just a new patch came down with a whole new set. Curses are a thing.
Ooh, that's interesting. I have to check it out.
Big math happening.
I'm gonna kill.
So who I'd kill?
4 -2.
I think that's actually a pretty easy decision.
I'm gonna. It is. I don't know why you think it's easy. I'll kill K2 as well.
Not who
Right,
I
you
would
take
have killed.
1, I think. Yeah. Oh, you take 2.
When you hit the rogue operative, do you die?
I don't think that kills you.
No.
You don't die.
I had 4 damage on me, no?
You take
should
2.
Yeah.
take two, though.
Yeah, you take 2.
The saber gives you 2.
7.
7.
So like I was thinking you hit the operative because he only hits you back. He wouldn't hit you back for any, basically, in that scenario.
But you like have to kill Han though, because then he just gets a 7 drop.
I like how the 3 people have 3 different opinions here. Poem thinks it's obvious.
Right, that's what I was saying. I'm like, I don't think this is obvious.
Yeah.
What do I do with K2?
I would have killed Han, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
would've
on the
killed Han
Han
too.
train just because of the 7s. Like I'm so horrified.
I didn't think about that. I was just thinking about damage on board, but I didn't think about Han's ability.
It's Mace Wind is just scary. Like if
You
Mace
also
comes
don't
down,
take any
Han
damage
comes
back
down.
if you attack Han, by the way, because the saber just kills him.
Yeah. Neg 2, and he just gone.
Yeah,
I think I'll do the 3 to your
Oh,
base.
Wow, yeah, no, don't do that.
he would never have even hit back. Yeah,
I have not up.
I agree with Poem. It was a no-brainer, but it was kill Han.
I have not
What were you
updated
at?
my loop
You only
with
at 4?
the Jedi
Is that right?
lightsaber,
I was
but
at
I
4,
love
yeah.
that card.
Yeah.
That is a good improvement for.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you
it's-
take 2 damage from Han if you hit him with the Yoda?
Because the
Because
lightsaber
Han is dead.
triggers the -2/-2, and Han had 5 damage on him, so Han just dies before the
Oh.
combat actually happens.
I don't think
Because
he would
on
get-
attack ability. You resolve on attack abilities before damage is dealt.
Oh, okay.
What about restore? Does he still restore?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's an attack
Restore
trigger.
is
It's just
on
like an
attack ability.
on-attack.
Oh, that's an
trigger.
also on attack restore? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I was wrong. Should have hit Han.
Happens.
Now I'm debating if I want to kill Yoda or not.
Nah, let him live. He's just a little old guy in a swamp.
Well, it's like if Obi-Wan comes down, that's going to be a big problem.
It's Yoda.
I think I got to kill Yoda. No, wait. Hold on. I'm going to do 40 your base. I want to keep this guy around. Change my mind.
It's a big problem.
I got the operative. That's what changed my mind. I'll do 40 Yoda.
Just like you said.
If I didn't have the operative, I would have killed.
Saboteur.
I'll draw a card.
I don't think you have enough. Isn't he a 7? Oh, no, he is a 6. Oh, I was
He is
wrong. I totally forgot that. And so it didn't matter that I killed Yoda. Oops.
Luke is arguably a better Yoda.
Yeah, it was a misplay on my end. Well, I'll kill Obi-Wan, but you still get to buff Luke. Which is not good for me.
I gotcha.
Not quite quick enough to get the shield out.
It's on another unit. Hold on. It's another unit, so I don't even get to put it on anybody. But so 4 damage.
6 damage.
Yeah, I'll kill Han.
You do 6, right?
Oh, 6
Wait.
damage.
Which Han?
Sorry.
Which Han?
There's only one he can kill. Oh wait,
Well,
no,
he gets 6 to attack. He could kill both.
I'll kill this one.
The leader?
Yeah. And I'll take 4.
Take the initiative. Not sure you cut the right Han there.
That is not correct.
Yeah, because I think if you'd have killed the unit, then the leader would have had to trade into Luke, whereas now the unit can just get Luke and kill him.
He's just gonna kill you and not take any damage.
Oh, you live and you learn.
That's
Pass.
alright. I mean, it's blue. You've probably got removal, so
It still doesn't matter. It's like I lose a unit. Like it's bad. But I'm enjoying this deck so far.
I'll get Luke, of course.
I will kill Han.
I remember when this card got revealed, and I love it. I think this card's awesome.
He is exhausted. Yeah,
When
he's
it comes
good.
to like the big sevens, do you have like a preference for them?
If so, as in like
So there's
in the
like
game
Han,
currently?
yeah, in the game, gameplay wise, like there's Han, there's Mace, there's Luke, there's Count Dooku, I guess.
For me, I think the way they've done it so far, which is good, is all the big impactful sevens all have when played. And I think if you're going to play an impactful large card, it needs to have an immediate effect. Like Relentless doesn't have a when played, but its effect is immediate that your opponent can't utilize events. So I think if they're going to do sevens, they need to have a relevant when played and then usually a relevant keyword as well.
Yeah, I think the big miss, exactly to your point, is Chimera, which does not have the when played. I think that's by far the biggest miss of all the big stuff.
Chimera's got shielded, and James and I have had a discussion about this. We think, like, my opinion on Chimera is, it's just too easy to get vanquished. Like, you play it, and yeah, it's got shielded, but in most cases, someone can waylay it, or they can cunning it, or they can.
Well, you can't. No, you can't cunning it. It's too big for a cunning.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you can't cunning. You can waylay it.
Hit
you
your
can
base for 6
it.
and restore 3.
I don't think you can. This game lends you to paying 8 for something that doesn't do anything.
Even No Good to Me Dead just ruins that card because you played 8 for it, and then No Good to Me Dead just makes it tap for pretty much 2 more turns, and then you've just that's essentially 3 turns of not getting a valuable effect, and you paid 8 resources, which is rough.
Yeah, I think Rebel Trader makes a good point in the chat when he says 97th Legion is also one of the ones that's like one of those things that just doesn't have a big payoff at the beginning, so it's just really hard
Well,
to.
I think that's made for drafting. I think just see if you need a big guy in a draft, you can play it. Like I don't think the intention.
Yeah, because it's.
I could see it be a finisher in a trooper type deck, but we haven't had everything come together for that yet.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to see another better mid-range style trooper because that definitely seems like a draft card to me where you get it. It's neutral cunning, so if you like got green, you can splash it in as a finisher.
Yeah, because you're not going to open these legendaries and draft very often. So.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think most of the sevens feel pretty good when you play them. I mean,
oh yeah,
Dooku feels good, Mace feels good.
Well, that's what I was asking. Like, which do you feel like any of them are significantly better or significantly worse? Like, is there one that you feel like is not comparable to the rest?
Han Solo's, in my opinion, is one of the best because he can swing the game pretty hard. But then again, you can essentially say the same for Mace, Windu.
6 to Bright Hope.
Han does it better because of the damage But not taking damage back, shoot first every time he attacks is pretty solid.
That's crazy.
I haven't seen a lot of Luke yet. What I have seen, I liked, but I just haven't seen enough of him to make a justifiable decision as to whether or not he is, one of the better ones or not. I think he's good. I definitely think he's up there, but I just haven't seen enough play with him yet.
I think for me, Mace feels a little below the rest in power level. Although he's the only one that can do base damage the turn he comes into play, which is relevant.
Yeah, because he swings in on taps. But I think when for me, I agree with that. When Mace feels a little bit lackluster, is he'll come in, he'll ambush, he'll kill something, and then he'll untap, and then that does give your opponent a window. And in most cases, I feel if your opponent's played the game correctly, they'll have something to either remove him or swing back into him to kill him. So Mace's trouble is that he's less survivable than the rest, I think.
Because he actually has to take damage to do his thing. The other Luke and Han and Dooku all kill a thing without taking damage back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's kind of my theory behind it.
I think Dooku for me is probably one of the top ones just because of the decks he's used in. Like, Han and Mace do the damage, but I think when you're playing Dooku, you're playing it in those like kind of more control-y blue decks, and he just does such a great job of what he's trying to do.
He's so clean with it. He just does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd hope eventually there'll be a red-blue deck that features Mace, but
I'm holding out for Twilight of the Republic red-blue force, because I think that we'll probably get an Anakin and an Obi-Wan leader in there, and Anakin will be aggression hero, Obi-Wan will be hero vigilance, and we'll probably see something around that. And then I think the other two leaders will maybe be clones, which would be cool.
Like Clone Wars, Anakin and Clone Wars.
They went to Luke.
Yeah, because set 3 is Twilight of the Republic, so the end of the Clone Wars.
I think Red Blue Luke is actually a pretty good deck, and I've played Mace.
Yeah, I built Red Blue Luke a while ago and I had no problem with it.
Yeah, pass.
3.
Pass.
Yeah, watching this deck solo
Yeah,
has
do three or do
making me
two?
interested
I think
in
that looked like only 2.
new Luke combinations.
The green Chewbacca is actually surprisingly good as well. With Luke's new Luke coming in.
I'll say 2.
Just having that huge body on board, I think. But I think the struggle with Chewie is getting there.
Yeah, Chewie struggles against aggro, just like cleaning him out before he can get
Direction.
Even though he seems like he'd be the leader that would fight aggro on hero side, right? Because he's expensive.
Yeah, but the problem is, he's just too
Luke.
expensive.
He's just too slow.
And I'll pass.
I think it's the first time I've seen Solo play blue hero on stream.
And he's even playing Obi-Wan, a card he once said was terrible.
And he's holding his own. Give him some props.
Yeah.
McBobber has thrown the literal house at him.
I'm doing what I can here. Got 10 resources.
Interesting. I noticed you tend to continuously resource a lot. See, I'm more reserved with that. I usually hit a point and I stop resourcing to get card value in hand to give myself options. Is there any specific reason in Han that you choose to resource more than usual?
Because I got stuff like Black 1, so like I kind of want to dump my hand to get new ones anyway. That's sort of my logic there.
Yeah, that makes sense, because you can Black 1 and then you still have resources to play with to get units out. That makes sense.
And I see you're playing Kadir instead of Tarkington.
I think there's a big fear of like Sabine right now, so the 30 health bases are making a comeback.
Oh, I love the 30 health bases, man.
They're good.
They're good in a subtle way, which is why I think it's sometimes tough to be like, this ability's really good. It's like, it is, but
kill everyone.
Having 5 health.
It's like, play your guy, he dies.
I think it's hard to argue against the green 25.
Oh, that is the exception.
Yeah, that's the best card. That's the best base in the game. Like I'll hands down admit it every time. Currently, that's the best base in the game. It just has so many options. There are just so many good units with one attacks that you can ambush in, and I don't think I've ever seen it be used. And even if someone's behind, I've never seen it been used and they feel bad.
And how good is A-Wing that a 1 health A-Wing gets hit by a 4 cost removal?
It really shows that, like, how dangerous A-Wing is.
Because I believe in.
He gets to
You believe in it.
Your base.
Line up the top card he's going to draw with C-3PO.
Oh, do it again. Do it again.
So that does 4 to your base.
He's going to put another one on top.
Yep.
I'm thinking about it. Unless I'd rather.
Another guaranteed.
No.
But I could get mace.
Could get
No,
mace,
you're
yeah.
not going to get
Nothing to
mace.
ambush it into though.
Oh.
You get to draw 2 cards next turn.
So what you're going to do, you're going to... Is that lethal right now if you do that?
I think you...
One away from lethal?
I was just going to take this moment because I was playing when I was questioned on the droids and Sabine, but this is the reason.
I think C-3PO definitely has a spot. I'm not sold on R2-D2.
You know, I agree with that.
No way. I'll die on the hill. It does 1 damage. It's not enough.
It can do more.
More
You know,
damage.
You got red 3 nowadays. You know.
I probably lost this
When are
game.
you guys
not
running out
killing
of
Han.
cards? With
1
speed? That's my
damage.
question.
And all.
And
Say
I
3.
I do run Dodana too.
I mean, that Han just wiped out your Luke and your Obi-Wan.
3.
That was a different Han, but I get it. How much?
It was 3 from
That was a
the
different Han?
Fleet Lieutenant.
Not the
Yeah,
same
I
Han?
played 2 Hans
Second
this
Han
game.
is 3.
Oh, that's not the same Han.
So I think you just took 1 damage when I hit you with the Fleet Lieutenant.
I think it's actually the 3rd Han if you count the.
So it should be 3 more. There we go.
Oh, he didn't get the effort cause I can believe in. He
All
just
right, I'll
wanted
pass.
the units on
In
board.
space.
So
Ran out of-
if
ran out of
only
space
I
for
had
graphics.
mass
Activated space.
removal.
So
Sabine was flying the ship, that's all.
She got the jetpack. She's got a jetpack.
There you go.
this is where you play the out of aspect attack pattern delta with all your units.
He needs to outmaneuver
That's
that
true.
aspect.
All you have to do is pay. All you have to do is pay 7, and that's huge. C-3PO gets to be a
GG's.
4/7.
GG.
So Rebel
I want
Trader
to
Yeah,
talk
I like
about
the
one
one.
turn there. So the turn that we were talking about, the who killed Han.
It's not good
or
enough, huh?
So if he
No.
kills Han there, McBobber's hand was Mace, Han Solo, and Black One, and all he would have been able to play was Black One discard.
You could get Obi-Wan. I guess Home 1 and Obi-Wan's still not enough. Yeah, it's not, because 1 to hand would kill Obi-Wan.
Rebel Trader said Luke is currently the most played character in the league, in the TTS league, but he has the lowest win rate.
This is what I needed
One of the lowest
to maybe
wins.
help me.
There's a TTS league?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you didn't
told you
know that?
about it. You said you didn't want to do it.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a tournament.
No,
No,
it's
it's
a
like
league.
a monthly league.
What's a whole league?
Oh,
I also thought it was just.
Yeah.
you
a
should.
tournament.
I want to. I'm gonna join the league.
Yeah,
There
it's
will
take-
be a tournament at the end of the month.
It's called Take
Send
the
me the
Initiative.
information
You
so
can
I
still
can
sign
join
up.
the league.
I'll put the
Can you put
link in
info
the,
for
in
it in the
You
Put
just
the
need
link
to
in
play
the chat right
8
now.
games. You need to play 8 games in 1 month to get your
Where's the
max.
sign up? What do I do? Just invite people to the Discord, I guess?
everybody in TV land. You should be on our Discord.
Yeah,
we
I'll
talk
put a
about
Discord
this game
invite
and
to
others.
Take the Initiative League in the chat.
So, but I think we need to take the actual like stats with a grain of salt from the league. There's like a lot of new players learning the game right now, and like decks are changing like every other day.
Yeah, and new players coming to the game, returning players who haven't played card games in a while, and with the whole set not being fully released, the numbers are pretty skewed. So, and I think until we get maybe like a month or so into official release, 1 to 2 months into official release, I think that's when we'll start to see the meta really settle.
All right, it's gonna be Poem v Trash Panda.
Oh, wow.
I think after the first week, Vader had the best win rate, and it was just Thork being like 7-0 with it. And I was like, yeah, well, that makes sense to me. Just him beating a bunch of people with it.
What do I want to play?
It's also the case
I
of
think
like,
Vader.
Yeah, you want to see Vader again? 'Cause I played Sabine once, and I actually haven't played Green Blue Luke yet.
I want to see Luke. I want to see Green Blue Luke.
Just see if this thing can win another one tonight.
Yeah, I've played a bunch of games in the league, different leaders in the league. I did like a Luke, a few Bobas, a few Sabines. So I'm not playing any one thing. I can explain it real quick. So you like find a person on the Discord to play. You can do best of 1 or best of 3. Just agree beforehand. Whoever wins, you like report it with this little sheet, and you get 2 points for a win and 1 point for a loss. And you can do this 8 times for the month. Plus, you get an extra point if you play every week. So, like, if you play in week 1, you get a point. Week 2, you get a point. Week 3, you get a point.
Just thinking.
And then I think the top 8 or top 16 point getters, based on how many people are in the league, will have like a little Discord tournament.
Good luck.
Good luck. Alrighty. Pay 2, 3PO, and we'll name 3. I'll reveal his fleet lieutenant.
Seems good. Play the headhunter.
I think if a tournament were to start today, Vader would not win it this time.
With the amount of people playing Sabine right now, it would be tough.
Yeah, Vader wouldn't be able to skate by and dodge Sabine matchups.
Maybe the blue one could.
Swing for 1 at your base,
No.
and I'll name 3 again.
The blue one's nice thinking, but it's like
I'll do 2 to base.
if Sabine gets her perfect.
Pay 2 for a battlefield marine.
If Sabine gets her perfect go ahead, she just wins, right?
That's probably true, but I think that blue-red Vader would have more removal for space.
There's a lot of removal because it's open fires and takedowns, and even it binds all things can hit space. And because we've got 5th brother now, it's a low-cost force that damages itself.
I think blue Vader would have a harder time than green Vader.
I feel like if I passed there,
because
you
all
might have
those
claimed.
1-for-1 removals
really risk that.
tend to trade down with her, like takedown especially.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like Wu can probably attest if Sabine gets her god hand, it's
I don't think
like
she needs a
Sabine's
god
like
hand. I think she needs her normal hand, just a hand.
If she's got an A-wing.
It's not supposed to be a good matchup for Vader. That's like it's like a ramp deck, usually like big hard control.
Not
like
a ton of
aggro
options,
usually.
so I'll just outmaneuver these 2 guys.
I think what saves Green Vader sometimes is you can play the turn turn 3 overwhelming barrage, right? If you get the ramp on turn 2, and like that can flip a game. But
yeah, it's one of the reasons why overwhelming barrage is seen as one of the best cards in the game, because it is one of the best cards in the game. It's the only thing we have at the moment to really deal with go wide strategies, like.
Especially early enough, right? Like it costs 5 in the ramp color. So
the only other thing is Palp, but you know he's so late in the game.
Yeah.
I've never seen an 8 drop like Sabine either 1 or lost before that even happens. That's
3 for a fleet lieutenant to go 5 into base.
I see Rebel says that the meta Sabine beats Vader, Vader beats Boba, and Boba beats Sabine, except I'll kind of push back on that because I don't really think Vader is that favored against Boba. If he is, it's just by a little bit, nowhere near the same like favorite that Sabine has against Vader, for instance. I think that's why I like Boba so much. He never feels like he's really
One at your base, name 3.
But you know, like maybe I'm misinterpreting that matchup, and Vader is much more favored against Boba than I feel he is. But...
You also probably have substantially more games than most other people playing.
I'll do 4 to base.
But
Yeah,
the thing is, at the end of the day, we're waiting to see if Vader gets any more cards, anything else.
Dude, Mace
That
we're gonna have
helps.
a Vader
kill
legendary.
C-3PO.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a Vader
5
legendary.
to base.
So
Gonna be
really,
an
just
up.
gonna be whether that's how
And
good that
then
is, and whether it
3
can...
more to base.
It's
And
gonna
pass.
be another one of those 7-drop legendary dudes, right? Like that's what they're all 7 drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't even know if it's going to be the legendary that ultimately helps. It'll help against the meta, but in the aggression matchup, I'm not sure.
No,
I
7
just
drops
think-
are not what's gonna solve. But it's not. That's the thing. It's not. I don't think it's ever gonna be favorite against Sabine. Like that's not the how. It's like, can you make it not an insta lose and hope you don't play against it all the time?
The actually only spot we have in aggression villain is
Surprise strike.
6 or 5
What's
or
the
6
card?
drop.
Surprise strike.
Okay.
Yeah, I expect Vader to be a green card, right? That's the way
Okay.
Palpatine's red, right? And
Well, what about mono red Vader? I don't know. Maybe
I'll do
the
the
extra
4 to
stuff it
base.
got helps. But I would think mono red Vader's weakened to everything else.
Yeah, you'd think mono red, I think, normally goes for
3.
aggro, so Vader
ambush.
is a long way into it.
I'll ambush Yoda in. No,
we've
that
only
doesn't help
seen
either.
one of the mono.
I'll
red
ambush
cards
Fleet
so
Lieutenant
far.
into Mace, and then using Fleet Lieutenant's effect, I'll swing the other Fleet Lieutenant into Mace.
Because like if you go mono red Vader, you have a lot of damage from hand.
So kill the governor.
I mean, do you gain
Mace
that
number
much?
2
It's just
coming out.
aggression is the only card you
Yeah,
get in
that's
mono red
that's tough
currently.
for me.
That's not really.
Just when you think you're rid of that guy.
Yeah, good game.
Good game.
Unfortunately, I think I should have dealt with the space a little bit earlier, but I didn't get there.
There you go. Good old Han Solo, baby.
I think Blue Vader probably would have had a better time against that deck, just because it's got a bit more removal. But Luke just felt a bit clunky.
Yeah,
Luke,
I think this
sometimes
Luke
he plays like one guy a turn. It's like
Yeah, it's not what I'm used to. I like playing multiple things a turn and having options. So I think Luke is a good deck, but I don't. Yeah, doesn't feel like it gives itself a lot of options.
So I think we're on McBobber v. Or let's do Pedrosis v. Solo.
I didn't play him.
No. You didn't, right?
All right.
he played versus McBobber. That was the last game he did.
I thought I played him first. That was the other guy. Ugh.
You want to take a break?
No,
I'm
I was gonna build the mono red Vader right quick, but
We
I'll
can
just
come back to
play,
you. We can come back to you.
I'm happy to jump in here and play some tank.
Yeah, let's get Loopy in there.
All right, then I'll just build the mono red then. See what happens.
Alright, you asked for attack pattern delta, you get an attack pattern delta.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
Then the only answer is mono red Inquisitor.
Battle of the Jank.
Little jank off, huh? Oh, so
If
the
only-
only other
If only Dryden Voss were a card.
matchup they wanted to see in the chat was Leia red versus Sabine red, and aggro off. So gotta make that happen.
Sabine red, or Sabine yellow.
Sabine yellow.
Sabine yellow. Sorry, Leia red, Sabine yellow. My bad.
We'll roll with this.
I pulled the wrong deck out.
Go ahead and get a new
What
one.
is this? I don't know what that was, but it was a lot of yellow, and I was like, I don't think. Oh, right. pulled out a deck called Hero Deck, not Hero Deck. Check this out.
Be right back.
That's better. That's what I'm looking for.
What's everyone's favorite card? Doesn't have to be good, but what's everyone's favorite card, and why? I always ask people this. I'm really interested to know.
It's a good question. Hot take. My favorite card right now is Luke. 7-drop.
Yeah, it's a good card. It is. I think it's really solid, and I think it is a good finishing play, or even just a tempo swing for blue hero to have. I really like it binds all things. That's my favorite card.
Take it away with Sabine on the ground.
There's a lot of cards I like, but I think right now what stands out to me would be Fifth Brother. I just think he's got so many things going on. There's just a lot to think about and plan around, and he's just an interesting card.
He probably has the most options, in my opinion, as a turn 2 play, because you can put lightsabers onto him, you can trade units, he can ping damage, he works with the binds or things if you're running blue, he works with the Grand Inquisitor leader. Like, he slots into a lot of things, and his keywords are really relevant, especially because he's an Imperial, so can even chuck him in a red Tarkin deck to give, experience to him.
You can even put him in a Krennic deck, when he hurts himself, he gets +1 attack.
Yeah, and that's like immediate too, so it's pretty awesome. I mean, that because that brings his damage ceiling to like 6-7 damage rather than the normal amount, which is pretty sweet.
He's basically the whole reason to potentially play aggression Krennic. Like, there's really not many other aggression cards that he would care about.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm
pinging the trooper to kill him.
I'm hoping we get a 7th sister. I think that's on our wish list for cards.
I think that's for sure coming out. I think that comes out this set.
There's no way we don't get that if we have Fifth Brother.
You said
she's a bigger character than he is.
aggression card left, and it was like a 5 or 6 drop.
I hope she's earlier than that. I hope she's maybe like, it'd be great if she's a 2 cost that.
No, that's too early.
Has something on it, but I'm thinking more likely she's going to be a 4, and then I'd ideally like to see a Grand Inquisitor unit.
Well, it can't be a 4, right? Because that slot isn't available in the spreadsheet. That's what I'm saying. Like, the only aggression card left, I think, in villain is a 5 or a 6 card.
Okay, so then
and I think there's also a 1 cost card still open or something.
If she's a 1 cost, that'd be a bit wild.
5 cost works, right? She comes out in 5, then Grand Inquisitor and the unit come out 6. So that's got to be what it is. 5, she comes out. 6 is the unit that comes out with the leader.
What unit comes out? What do you mean? Oh, you mean if she's a 6?
Yeah, she's the unit that comes out with the leader to be able to trigger her.
I don't want to play units when he comes out. I want to play like ready him twice with like like the.
It'd be something interesting if she had an effect similar to where when she gets damaged, she can deal that damage. So like if she takes 3, she can deal 3 somewhere. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we're gonna conversion lab out of Canaan.
I'm really.
You know what I would want
for mono red Grand Inquisitor to be a little better.
I want her to take damage off of people so that Fifth Brother, so Grand Inquisitor can keep doing his thing. And she becomes like the engine.
Are you going to discard?
Yeah, go on, get it out of here. I don't want you to.
She becomes like the engine of like maintaining the aggressive combo. And it's like, have to deal with her now in order to stop the mudslide.
That would be actually pretty sweet. She could maybe put shields onto things when she comes in. That'd be sweet too.
Shields, or maybe she takes the damage on herself, but she gets bigger, but she's taking the damage off of other characters.
She could be similar to Redemption, where she comes in, she has grit, and then when you play, you can move any damage from any friendly units onto her instead.
Yes.
That'd be
Yes.
cool. That would be pretty sweet, actually.
Yes, I like your Infinite.
Very, very fitting of the theme too of the deck. So I think that'd be awesome. That'd be a great card.
Is there an upgrade possibly for her? Because it would be sad if we don't get her robots.
Her little droids, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I want to.
But that seems like deck clogging too. Like, oh
Yeah,
my god.
true. Got to run all the thematic stuff.
Kill and draw.
It's like, what are you chasing after, memes?
Don't let your memes be dreams. Build whatever decks you want, even if it clogs up the deck. There is.
It's a trap.
It is. Past that.
This is 4D chess. Can't use it if I don't have any units.
I think my favorite part about this game is it's turn 4 or turn 5, and no one has any damage on their bases, but both epic actions have been used.
We're working on it.
Yeah, which we're certainly trying.
It's a work in progress.
It's one of those things where I've played so much Grand Inquisitor, I know, like, as soon as you, like, the main way you get value is by having units, so I just gotta clear them.
All he wants is to combo. It's a true combo deck, or as much as this game can allow a true combo deck to exist.
Hmm. You guys wanted it. Here it is. Attack pattern Delta,
Attack
giving
Delta.
+3/+3 to the Battlefield Marine, +2/+2 to Akbar.
Did you?
Let me think about that. So he's 5. He's a 6/6. And he's a
yeah,
3/6.
We do have the +1/+1 tokens. Might be good in this scenario.
I was
If
just grabbing
only
them.
you could give, if only you could give +1/+1 to Grand Inquisitor this turn, that'd be so good.
Somebody give him the green ones. Give him the green tokens.
What about this?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, right? That's 6. No,
Could
that's 5.
trade with the Battlefield Marine.
They're both 6 health.
Yeah, he has 6 health. So I will attack Akbar.
Mhm.
To do 3. Do the 1 damage to him.
If you play Snowtrooper, Akbar takes 5 because the Lieutenant
Yeah.
does +2.
So he has +2, right? And that readies him, and this has 3 damage on him, right?
Yeah, we're gonna. So I feel like you're definitely looking to aggression, untap Grand Inquisitor again.
I would never do anything like that.
So we're gonna swing Akbar into Grand Inquisitor, taking him out.
That's a trade, I think.
Yeah, he's gone.
And just like the tokens that magically disappear when you put them in the discard nowadays.
Although he doesn't go to the discard, he goes back to your leader area.
I was so excited about the token cleansing.
Wait, is it my turn?
No, it's
your
my
turn?
turn right now.
It's your turn. Right, sorry. I just...
Just in the think tank.
Dead.
Is the damage for base you're looking for?
We'll bring out Hera.
So defeat 2 of the upgrades and then 4 damage.
They're not tokens.
Yeah, those are not upgrades. They're just temporary buffs. It's a little different.
Oh, okay.
They're not like shields or experience.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Attack pattern Delta's too strong.
Nerf attack
Broke
pattern
the
Delta.
game.
Overlord Garage, your spot has been taken.
Yeah, attack pattern Delta's too good.
It really is. Pass.
So sorry, I was AFK, but one of my favorite cards that I bet high on in the beginning is the Imperial Interceptor.
Yeah, I really like that.
If I'm ever in villain red, I mean that thing is just so money.
Pass.
It's a must play now. Auto include.
I like it quite a lot. I mean, I'm partial to it because of Blue Vader. It's just such a good card because it gets to your body in space, can potentially usually kill something, and then you can a lot of the time 2 for 1 the control in space. So I think it's solid.
Yeah, it's kind of like similar to what we were talking about before when you're playing a Boba Fett deck where you want to go face, but you want to be able to proc his ability. So you are able to kill something, get his ability procced, and then have that body and continue to go face.
2 XP on to Hera.
Pass.
When we did our tier list, I had that thing like pretty much in my... I don't know if I had it in like S tier. I probably did, but I wouldn't put it in S tier, but I think it's like an A tier card.
I agree. I think it's an A tier card for sure because if we rate takedown for 4, most low cost space units early game have 3 health. That's the threshold for them in the early game, I think. So if we rate takedown as a good removal piece for anywhere, I think that we can pretty easily rate the equivalent of Imperial Interceptor being a 4 cost that can kill something on entry and then potentially trade up. So I think it's really solid.
Metal Ceremony giving them both an XP counter.
If you asked Wu that question, he'd probably tell you Metal Ceremony is one of his favorite cards.
I'm very partial to Metal Ceremony, but I don't think it's one of the... It's an S tier card or anything.
No, it doesn't have to be.
Slightly
doesn't have to be the best card. It just has to be your favorite.
I love it though. I think it's like an auto 3. I'm into aggro decks right now for me. I think just being able to make things not die to the removal thresholds when you need it, and it fits into every curve. It's just really important.
Yeah, I haven't updated my Sabine to have it in yet, but I agree with that. I think it's really solid, especially with for a cause I believe in now, because it's an event that triggers that. Where usually most of the aggro events don't, because they're shoot first or surprise drag or something like that.
I think maybe it gets a little like because it says like put it on up to 3, and then you think of it's like, oh, when is that ever possible? But honestly, like even that getting it on 1 sometimes is like enough of an impact that against like a blue deck you go A wing into wing leader, and then attack and then play it.
Yeah,
now they can't take down it.
take 'em
Like
out.
how do they kill that thing ever? It's just,
Yeah.
So you just need to use it in a way that like it's not always about getting the max value from it, as long as it like
Even if you get 2, like, and the way I look at it is, if your opponent's claimed, it's better to play the 0 cost card that's going to increase your damage next turn than just passing.
Yeah, don't wait
Like,
for
even
the
if you only get
the god version of it. Just do it when it like
It's 0. Get the value what you can.
Yeah, I think the big thing for people to learn with cards like that is the maximum value is not always the best value. So if you're waiting for 3, you're holding onto a dead card for who knows how many turns. Whereas if you maybe only had 1, like if you had an A wing, but you could bring it in, you were up against an opponent's deck and you knew that would, bring you forward the threshold or something, you might as well just use it. Use it on a battlefield marine, make it a 4/4 to trade up, things like that.
That's why you can't
trade
be
up
greedy,
or
man.
survive. Right now they have a 3/3 in play. They can't kill it. Right, like it.
Yeah.
You paid a card, but like that's the thing about aggro is like the games usually end before the card advantage sets in.
Yeah, you want to use the resources you have, and before they have the ability to remove them anyway. So like by the time they get to takedown, you're like, cool, my A-wing's already swung twice for like 10 damage. So you're down to, a third of your life, or less than half or whatnot, depending on what kind of base they've got. And then if they remove it, it kind of feels like, I've already got a bunch of other stuff out by then. So Metal Ceremony just helps it push
Now I'm
things
having
along
like
better.
nightmares about like A-wing, wing leader into middle ceremony. Like I don't even know what you would do against that.
As a blue deck, you'd lose to that. That's
You can scoop.
Yeah, like
so
what would anybody do against that?
like a yellow can bounce it.
Okay.
You'd have to be playing blue.
Green can ambush an interceptor.
Yeah.
Like green-red can ambush an interceptor.
I mean,
that.
red's not too bad because it has, like,
We'll go. Sorry, 2 seconds.
What's the answer to everything? Yellow.
We'll
True.
Metal Ceremony here.
Again. Oh no. 42. Solo 42.
It's true.
Again.
I was worried about how many cards I was
Did you
giving
just play 2 Metal Ceremonies in a row, James?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I do that sometimes too. You just like bam, bam. It's great in Leia. It's even like better in Leia when it's easier to get your attacks in.
Did the Wookiee get a medal?
I don't believe it did.
Nope, not a rebel.
In this case, Callus was the guy who got left out.
Yeah.
No medals for him.
Get out of here, Callus.
He turned against the Empire, killed the Stormtrooper, and he still doesn't get a medal.
Like Sabine costs 4, Leia costs 5. You get Metal Ceremony in it. It's like almost auto that you get it on the leader in another unit. Like Sabine turns into a 6 health unit.
I may as well get it in when I can get it in 4 base.
Loopy, you need
Actually
to,
started playing
you need to
some
go to the menu
Bamboozle.
and you just click the little hand, the menu on the left.
He's having fun being a ruler.
I don't
Measuring the
hate
distance between
Bamboozle.
space and ground.
I'll say it. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Yeah.
Kanan again.
Best character. Love him.
Akira does too.
Ilaran.
True.
One. Nope, don't take 1. Get 1. And then we'll pass it.
It's the only damage your base has ever taken from the Raider.
Yep.
No, there was something else before. I think the Trooper hit for 2 early.
Two units that represent lethal. How do you deal with that?
7 cost overwhelming barrage.
That'd be nice.
Even overwhelming barrage wouldn't do it here.
Yeah, because it's 8 health. Oh no, it would do it exact. Oh no, because it's 4. Not yeah, right. Yeah.
Yep, I think it's Scoop City.
All right.
Wow.
It's close.
Hmm.
You know, I was close to being able to kill Hera by killing her upgrade.
Well, that
One off.
can save you. Yeah, 1 off because it's 5 health, not 4.
Yeah.
It's McBobber v. Woo.
You did delete my hand. My.
Wait, are we coming back to me or no?
I thank you for the match, man.
We'll just do McBobber v. Woo for now, and then
Well, that was fun.
we'll get solo in on the next one.
Honestly, attack back in Delta actually did work there, unironically.
Good against Inquisitor.
Good in mono green Hera. I think the reason it's good in mono green Hera though is because Hera can run good other units in like without the restriction. Because if we were looking at any other deck, mono green units right now, there are some okay ones, but there are none that you spring to mind. But Kanan's great, Ezra's great, Sabine's great. I'm sure once we get Chopper and Zeb and Ghost and Phantom, they'll all be great too. And then the devs have also said there's one more Spectre event to come out, so I'm looking forward to that.
Hopefully it's removal so that like your double green deck can actually have some interaction.
It would be cool if it was Spectre removal, but the thing to be careful, I guess, there is if we have a Spectre Searcher, it could maybe make that removal pretty consistent. But it depends.
It's actually a 12 cost event that says search your deck, play as many Spectres as you want.
Ugh.
Just play them all out.
I could get behind an event that just played all the Spectres.
That would be cool.
It'd have to cost like 10, right?
I said 12.
Already.
How about 8?
Boba Fett.
4.
Boba Fett.
Do I hear 4? Do I hear 4?
Just 4. Just 4.
Which
Oh,
Boba Fett?
Doesn't matter, apparently. It's all of them.
Yeah, it doesn't. Can I bring my leader?
Yeah, you don't
No.
play him.
Yeah.
He's gone and you lose.
You just deploy him.
Yeah. You actually now have an illegal card on your board, so you call
You
judge.
lose. You forfeit.
I think it means if you set up quick enough against your opponent, you're able to play Regional Governor before they have set their deck up. They can't actually play Boba Fett if you name it. It's true.
Bodhi.
Imperial Rebel?
Have to take the tape down. Yeah, so you got the Sentinel.
I do love Bodhi.
Gotta dump those events. Gotta resource those events against Mono Boba.
Yeah. Bodhi's such a good card.
Yeah, he is so solid.
All right.
Being a 3/3 for 3 is so good as well. Like the fact that he comes in, he'll more than likely discard a card, and he's a 3/3 for 3 is. Whew.
Do you have another one?
Oh,
Nope. You miss, sir.
Death Trooper and some 2 drops.
Go 1.
2. Got guys for days.
Pass.
So what
Got
time
one
is it over
wide.
there in Australia?
it's 4 p.m. over
Oh.
here.
Perfect.
All right, I am going to call it for the night. I got church tomorrow morning. Good meeting you, friends from down under.
Yeah, it was
Back
wonderful.
up.
It was wonderful.
Good night, Loopy.
Bye.
What is it? What time is it for you guys?
10 p.m.
10 here.
Midnight on the dot.
It's
Woo
1
and
a.m. for
Solo
me.
have 1 a.m.
Oh.
It's called late night.
That's why
gaming.
it's late night gaming. Even though for you guys it's like afternoon gaming.
midday gaming.
Midday gaming.
Well,
It's the
I'm
best
gonna
kind of
go
game.
ahead and Jedi your Sentinel.
I don't want him to be a 0.
If you take the initiative next turn, he won't be.
I mean, even if I killed Bodhi, Boba Fett's going to kill this guy. Not much I can do about that.
Give him the old razzle dazzle.
Let's play a patrol craft here.
You guys have a good LGS. You might be able to get some games in.
Oh yeah. We it's pretty easy to get games in here. There's in my general vicinity, like within the 10-minute drive from where we are, there's probably like 4 or 5 places that are guaranteed running it. We've each already got a case sorted from our LGS, and then Australia's pretty great for running events. Most places do. You get your weekly games in, and then you get your regional events, store championships, Nats, and then that should get you to Worlds if you win.
I think the main problem about
Actually,
Australia is
let's play Bodhi instead.
Bring up set.
Sometimes we can kind of get shorted on product.
Yeah,
Oh,
product
wait.
delays.
Hold on. Can I not hit Bodhi? I forgot I still got my leader. I didn't deploy. I'll deploy him instead.
No, I'll bring out set.
All right, now I'll hit Bodhi.
He's a dead boy.
You got a kill, take a kill.
I will shoot first. Bosk will kill. Bosk kill, or will Bosk do this? Bosk will kill the scout bike guy, and then I'll ready to shoot.
Deal one.
Playing Boba Fett is so addicting, man. It's really hard to if you're really trying to sweat it out, to just not play this guy.
I think one thing to consider is we've pretty much seen most of yellow and what it has. So when the rest of the cards come out, I think it'll probably be a closer game than what it is now, because yellow has had a pretty big burst in comparatively to all the other colors just getting support. So it's no wonder that currently it's probably the best. I don't doubt it'll still be one of, if not the best colors when it comes out, but
I just think his card is just a little bit too powerful.
The leader, the coming out at 5 is
the stats, the ability when it comes out.
Yeah, he's a 4/7.
It's just
I'm just
gonna say it this way. I think it's too good.
They messed up. This might be a mistake.
I definitely think Boba should have come out of 6.
Let's do 2 to Boba.
A 6 leader.
2 to this guy, and then I'll ambush here before.
They undervalue. Remember, their explanation was like, we made him 5 because you don't benefit from his ability earlier, or something like that. So you don't benefit.
No,
from
here's what they said. They said his leader side is too difficult to proc consistently, and the hero card pool is better than the villain card pool, and so that's why he's aggressively costed. And the other thing they said
that the hero card pool is better. I don't remember hearing that.
That was like an art. Well, that's something I heard from somebody that heard something from somebody, kind of thing.
That might have been aggregated incorrectly, but
before I
for
get
them
bounced,
to make that admission,
I'm gonna tell you to discard a card first and then bounce this.
No, it has more than 4 power.
Oh, it does. All right, it's power. It's not cost. Okay, thanks. discard and I'll pump.
The other thing they said they wanted, well-known characters to be on the board. Boba
This
Fett.
is 7.5.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And Boba Fett's one of the most popular
I'm
characters
gonna
in Star
pump
Wars.
this.
To a 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if it's a popularity contest,
Anyway,
Vader
you play shoot
made
first.
that-
I'll scoop.
Yeah.
All right. GG.
We're gonna see Trash Panda v Solo.
All right.
Bro,
Michael Berg said Boba's toughness is too high for the turn he comes out. That's true.
I agree. You'll bring Sabine.
He
and I'll bring
has
Sabine.
Luke stats. He comes out 1 cheaper.
I think
Plus, villain has a
Sabine's-
better card pool.
I think Sabine's also a little bit crazy. I don't know.
think about it. He's only got 2 stats less than Vader and comes out 2
Yeah.
turns sooner.
Yeah,
Like, that's
totally.
ridiculous.
I think Sabine. The difference between Sabine is pretty good, but how much instant, like, dead on arrival removal for Sabine is there versus Boba?
Solo, you're up. Oh, you got it.
Well, the only card that on curve kills her out of hand, well, there's 2. It's Force Choke and Takedown, right?
Yeah,
But-
Force
but
Choke,
but
Takedown.
Takedown, honestly, when people take down my Sabine on the Sabine turn, I'm actually kind of happy. It means they didn't touch like any of the 3 units in play. So it's
You go
like
first.
it's not like she even hits that much any harder than your units. And when she's still a leader form, she can do 1 a turn. So she's usually not even the most important unit in play.
Here he is. No Tarkin Town.
It's so good with Vader.
I know.
Kill everybody else except for Sabine, kind of thing, because she's gonna be hitting you anyways. One per turn.
Arkentown's usually the whole reason I like Mono Vader.
That's 2 extra.
And I'm just trying something new.
Fair enough.
She does hold buffs really well, though, so I mean, when you can sneak a kill on her, it's just like the reason she's so good is just the cost, right? It's not that her unit is particularly strong; it's that just on turn 3, that you're going to have like so many units in play that it's hard for people to interact with all of them. Even if she gets just that 1 attack in, sometimes that's all that matters.
Oh
She's
yeah,
out- she's
getting the
outmaneuvered, dude.
3 damage is solid.
It's outmaneuver. You just gotta freeze him, and go face in space.
I did like that. I do like that Han deck quite a lot. I think it's really fun. It's very, very cool. Space
Who's-
race.
so-
Han.
So, what was the guy's name that showed us that, Woo?
Poison something? Poison Ivy? Is this
Poison Ivy. All right, just give credit where credit's due.
He played like 100%. I don't think he had a single ground unit in his deck.
I took the spirit of his deck and made my own, but it was his idea. But I 2-0'd him in the league with Mono Boba on that, but then he dumpstered
Take it
Woo.
away.
I guess I go first.
He killed Sabine a bunch. It was Sabine slightly ahead in the race every game, and then outmaneuvered to like flip the race entirely.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's like Sabine. I feel like outmaneuver is just gonna definitely be a relevant card in the
Nice
meta.
hand there.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
nice hand.
We'll drop down to aiming.
I'll take initiative.
I'll deal 1 damage each,
All right.
and then I'll pass it.
My thing is, I think they intended for this game to be able to be a game where you can play all the big ships and it's Star Wars and get the the capital ships
Yeah.
down and get Palpatine in play and Han and but then like
Yeah,
you make these like crazy aggro decks that just like dumpster your ass in like 4 or 5
Meteor
turns.
base.
It's like what are we talking about here?
3 to your base.
I don't feel like
Fair
these
trade.
aggro decks are so far ahead of everything.
Dude, it's, but
personally.
it's just the fact that they exist and you have to literally just like completely plan around them, and they come
That's
in
just
so hot
aggro.
and heavy. But it's
That's just aggro in
But
every
that's
game.
any game needs all these
Yeah.
archetypes to be represented. If aggro wasn't good enough to be accounted for, then every game would just be like ramp into giant star destroyers, and that maybe that sounds fun to some people. I would find that kind of boring. Just like you have to have everything represented and be strong enough, right? Like, and I think you can play like Palpatine, like that. I see that card get played a lot. Like just because it's not good against Sabine doesn't mean it's like
We do here.
not good, right?
But you know, you want to play your. Taxer's saying it ruins so much of the card pool. It's true. Like you want to play a certain style of deck, a ramp deck or something like that, and you basically can't because of this aggro. Like it's just too oppressive right now to me.
Like other things would be oppressed if like ramp was the best thing, then like mid-range would be completely oppressed too. Like,
It's important to represent healthy archetypes, and there will be ways around it. Considering the fact that we don't have all the card pool yet, you got to remember there'll be earlier game removal and things like that. And yeah, if you want to play a ramp deck, you still can. You just need to adjust the deck
40
building.
base.
and maybe account heavier in the sideboard for that match.
When was the last time you saw one of our Tarkin ramp decks win a game against aggro? It's just not happening.
Tarkin ramps, I don't think it's a good deck, but like
it was a good deck until it just gets dumpstered by all this crazy ass shit that's come out.
I think it would get dumpstered by mid-range Boba too. So.
Maybe.
I think it's one of those things where in pretty much every card game that I've
Wait.
played in the first week, of...
one from the Sabine unit.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
because she
find
can
the
attack.
aggro games way more interesting than like playing.
I'm just concerned. I'm concerned about where we're
Because
at.
I did 4. You were at 2?
Yeah, so I'm at no. You'd hit me for 3, and then you hit me for 4, and I've hit myself twice.
Okay.
The number of viable decks is pretty narrow right now.
Well,
I think if
I don't think it's as narrow as you think, but
I do.
Yeah. I think if what you're saying, what people were saying before, of like, oh, Vader, Sabine, Boba, with all 3 of those decks in, like, even set 1 comes out, and there are 3 decks representing kind of 3 archetypes that have the meta, then that is pretty good for a 1 set meta. Like, that's something that I would look at and be like, they've done.
Oh, that's
well
9. I don't know. To me, it looks like 6. I'm tripping.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm at 9.
But here's what I'm
Pretty even
saying.
right
Here's what I'm saying. You've got Sabine aggro was already dumpstering everybody 2 weeks ago, and then it gets even way more tools.
One
It's
to your
got
base and
these one drop
one
guys now. It's got for a cause I can believe in. Freaking precision strike. Like they just keep printing cards. Like it's just out of control. It's gotten out of control in my opinion. It's out of hand.
I don't even think she's the best deck right now. So it's like
wing leader the Sabine.
500 times more A-Wings will hit the field compared to the 7-cost Lukes. And while it should be more like 1-to-1, I just don't like it, says Taxter. It's
not
true.
yet.
It's like, how many times are you going to see Luke Skywalkers on the field and stuff like that?
Yeah, we'll go 50.
At your local game store. You're not gonna.
When they cost 7, they're never gonna see it.
You're not gonna. It's just not gonna happen. You're just
I can't hear
getting
you.
this
What?
like.
You guys are too doom and gloom on this.
You're getting
Wait,
this like
hold
4
on.
or 5 round game.
Hold on. What'd you say, Trash?
A 5 to base. I'm letting that man live.
Okay. Couldn't hear you.
Taxer's
Oh my
in the
God.
chat
You're all good.
just-
You're all good.
Taxer's in the chat disagreeing with basically everything I'm saying.
You guys can agree. Doesn't
Alrighty, and then pass.
I think it's wrong for you to have that opinion.
We'll see.
Just don't think like I don't know like why does aggro annoy you more than a different strategy being good would annoy you?
Because you can't play half of the card pool. You can't play certain strategies. Like you can't even play a ramp strategy in this game. You can't even do it.
Okay, but you wouldn't be. Let's say mid-range heal was really good, then you wouldn't be allowed to play aggro.
We all
Right,
just
like-
want to have a good time. Like we want to just like You
And then
know?
the same could be said about hard control decks. Like,
Yeah,
a lot of people don't enjoy playing against those because they can't play the game. What's the point in having a card pool if there's a deck out there that just completely nullifies playing it? The game needs healthy decks like aggro to be able to counter hard control, so hard control doesn't just take over, and then you've got the mid-range tempo decks to counter the aggro, so that doesn't take over. It's a bit of a rock paper scissors pyramid, and it promotes healthy game design, I think.
And it's a shift, right? And then like, yeah, sometimes something gets a
Into
little too pushed, and
the
then
bingo base. So
You don't think
thinking.
A-Wing's too pushed?
do I think A-Wing is too pushed? No, I think it's very strong. I don't know if it's too pushed.
It's too good.
If it wasn't good, aggro wouldn't be good. Is the thing, right? Like, the deck would cease to exist if it didn't have good 2-drops.
You think Battlefield Marine is too pushed?
Nope. And I think it's probably better than Sabine, Ren, the 2-drop, and it's like
because it's just kind of the same thing but on the ground instead of space. It's like, and it's a little bit better because it's just a flat 3/3, not a when swinging 3/3.
Damn, I'm having a hard time with this. I will do.
Taxa said
two
A-Wing's
tiers.
pushed, Boba's pushed. I think A-Wing and Boba, if I had to isolate 2 cards, those would be the 2 that I think are a
those are
little too good.
completely different archetypes.
They're just too
right?
good. Those 2 cards are too good.
I think Super Laser Tech is too good.
Surprise strike. That's
I
my
don't
bad.
think so.
You're gonna surprise strike to where? My base?
Yeah, for 7, yeah.
Like we talked about Barrage being too good forever.
Well, that's my bad.
Barrage is too good. Yeah. It's 3
I don't
cards.
think it is, right? Like it Barrage not being good would mean you couldn't play those strategies, right?
Boba's choking out of the mid-range leader, says Texter. It's true.
I don't know. Han seems
I'm
like a
gonna
pretty good thing to be
do
doing.
4 damage to your A-Wing.
Yep.
And
Also
I'm
don't
going
have the full
to
card pool. I don't
ready.
know. I think it's just too early.
Fair
I don't
enough.
think it's too
I'll deal
early.
2 damage.
I have enough information.
You said 3?
2, just 2.
I will do 4 to your base.
Which I think this is like one of the most well-balanced card games I've seen in a very long time.
For a cause I believe in.
You think it's balanced? Like you could
Yeah, I think
name
every archetype.
eight different leaders that you just can't even play.
3 damage to your base.
Let's just go look. Let's just go see.
Why does it need to have 8 leaders for it to be balanced?
I mean, let's just know. Let's see all the leaders that are just gonna get
I'm gonna
dumpstered.
oh,
Thrawn.
I'm gonna discard
Jen,
Asteroid Sanctuary. and I'm gonna
IG-88.
put the rest back
Mhm.
up. Any order.
But in a competitive
Hera,
card game, if there's like 4 or
Tarkin,
5 good decks, that's wildly
Iden,
good balancing.
Chewbacca. So
You're
you
not
just have like
listening. You're not listening, man.
what?
Like, yeah, most of the leaders are not gonna be.
I'm
competitive.
going to.
It's any card game. Most things are not competitive at the top tier. But if you can get 4 or 5 competitive decks, that's great balancing, and I think that exists.
4 to your base. Actually,
You're not going to see
I'm gonna do
games
4
where
to
you
Sabine.
have like 14
that's fair.
viable competitive.
That'll
decks.
kill her.
Not. You look at Magic,
Huh?
Flesh and Blood, like any games like this.
I will take the initiative.
It would
is
be
that,
great.
do I die? Yes, I die.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is all these games are the same. It's like, play Little Weenies, play Surprise Strike. Like it's stupid. It's like the Boba and the Sabine are doing the same thing. It's just like bam, 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 Surprise Strike. I
mean, if it's any consolation, I've played for a cause I believe in this game, and it's been doing justice for me. No resources.
I think we've seen basically every hero red card released already. We are missing a lot of blue cards in general.
For a
Texture's
cause I
saying a
believe
lot
in.
of stuff. To me, balance means the difference between a good and bad matchup should be like 20%, aka 40 to 60%, 40 60
And that'll be
to
the
60
3 damage to
40,
base.
not like 60%,
GG.
20 80
GG.
to 80 20, which it can feel sometimes like.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can agree with that. less polarized matchups make for more interesting gameplay.
I tried to race Sabine if
The more rock paper scissors matters, the less skill matters.
But I would have definitely, if I wasn't trying to waste, I could have definitely done a way better job of controlling. I had all
I think
the
maybe
answers.
I think that is the way to go. I think pivoting to the control against Sabine is the right way, and that's I think like mid-range decks can just pace out decks like that if they have the power, which is why I think Tarkin Town against Sabine's huge, because if you could turn one, do something like Death Star Stormtrooper, pay one, ping something, and then Tarkin Town it for 3 to kill it, and then you're left with a 3/1 that can trade up, and your opponent's left with nothing, you can pretty easily take them out, because then you just hold an open fire in hand. Turn 2, they play something, open fire it. Turn 2, they play something else, swing into it, and then they get Sabine out, and you force choke her, and you just play that mid game until you can just race her out and kill her.
I had all that. I without a target time, I had it. I just wanted to see if I could race you, and
Pedro says you want to get in there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, oh, no. I warned you, I'm going to play Harrow again because that was really fun.
Attack pattern Delta!
I actually enjoyed that red aggro Vader.
Oh, I think we had a game with it once, and it was one of those decks where, just like Jin, it really surprised us. Like, it's really fun, and it's surprisingly good, especially with Tarkin Town. Like, aggression is just a really good card, and Vader is just a really good leader. I'm glad everyone will have access to it because it's one of the leaders in the pre-release kit, so everyone will get a Luke and Vader leader, which is nice.
I think leader-wise, right? Like, even the rare ones, since you only need one copy, I can't imagine they're gonna be that.
Nah, leaders will be like handed out for free by people because we'll just have so many. Like, you're guaranteed a leader per pack, even rare leaders. Like,
yeah,
Mulligan.
Haha.
That's much better.
I think there's 2 strategies in card games that get a lot of hate. One of them is aggro, and one of them is like hard control. I kill all your things, and you can never play cards.
I definitely played both against and with those archetypes, and I think it's important to understand the varied nature of a card game in its design philosophy. And after playing games like Magic and Dragon Ball, where Dragon Ball really power crept itself out, even with archetypes like that in the game, it just didn't matter. They were just like, mid-range was always going to be the best archetype. Even if you played a hard control deck, it would, like, nothing would matter because the mid-range decks would always draw more. If you played an aggro deck, the mid-range decks would have the removal, and then those decks just power crept out to where there was no point in playing the game. But Magic is a good example of a system where they've had these archetypes in for ages and ages and ages, and it still works. And I think, in my opinion, Star Wars Unlimited has really nailed the design concept of the game, the philosophy. It's the most fun and well-balanced TCG I've ever played. And I think that once we get the full card list, and once we've had a couple of months to play that meta, I think you'll quickly see it evolves into a very level playing field between 3 to 4 major decks, with a lot of fringe decks still being able to take it out.
Yeah, I like your take on it. I think.
Did Dragon Ball not do rotation?
No, they didn't. It was such a bad idea. Like, they're up to set 22, and they have, and like every set's 150 cards, no rotation. It's awful. It's like,
and you know, like,
but
Magic's been around for like 20,
that's why you have to have power
and they
creep.
still need to go through bans because, like, you know, sometimes they miss. It's really hard to design cards, and sometimes you like mess up and something's too strong.
But, like, didn't they make changes though? Because when I was playing DDS, it was around the time that you had Frieza, and Frieza was unstoppable. Like, there wasn't a deck better than Frieza.
They still make, that was awful. But they like banned Mecha Frieza was rough, but they've banned. they do a lot of banning and everything like that. So they still ban things, but the problem is, first and foremost, from what it seems like, their philosophy is just to sell a new set with a whole set of new decks. And the whole point of that new set is to sell just the decks in that set. So in order to play the game competitively, all of those new decks are just better than the previous sets. So, you know, naturally you're going to want to buy all
the power creep is insane.
Yeah, it is wild. So it's like last set you've got 5 decks and they're all this, but next set there's 5 decks with the same
Database.
play philosophy, but they're just better than the previous
Two.
ones, and because they're locked into different archetypes from that specific new set, you have to just
initiative.
buy the new set if you want to stay competitive.
Pass.
Interesting to see you not using the rare base poem.
Mm.
Man, I'm telling you, like
Just going face.
DBS.
No
was
need to
insane.
ambush.
DBS was really fun for the first, I'd even say 13, 14 sets. I had a really, really good time with it. But then it just got to the point where, and like I grew up watching Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball. I got a Gotenks tattoo, so.
A Super Saiyan 3 or regular Super Saiyan?
I have a Ghost right now, and I want to get a Super Saiyan 3 tattoo to go along with the Ghost, because Gotenks is my favorite character. I think he's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was a great saga. The Boo and like him absorbing Gotenks and then Gohan become the ultimate Gohan
And then you got Ultimate Boo. Yeah,
the
Boo Saga
Ultimate
was just
Boo.
really fun. I think there was like a lot going on. We got to see
Database.
Vegito.
I'll do
Oh, I
four
love
base.
Vegito.
Yeah, Vegito's awesome.
And I love how they brought Vegito back in Super Saiyan Blue. That was cool.
Yeah, that was sweet. That was so cool. I think it's why I like
Kill Ezra.
this game looks good is because they've already said they're going to introduce rotation.
Do 4 to base.
We're getting multiple
Or
formats.
8 to base total.
It just looks
I'm
like
assuming
they
you're
took
coming.
what other card games have learned and just from the start have been
Pass.
designed around it. So,
Yeah, and they've spent like a good. They essentially since Destiny really stopped, they've spent a good maybe I'd say 5 or
3
so
years.
years really
Okay.
like 3 years properly working on it, 5 years like with the full process of getting everyone together and stuff, like thinking about it, testing the game, everything like that. So it seems like from everything I've seen the devs say, and like at first I was skeptical because FFG game and whatnot, but from everything they've said, it's been really good, and then they backed it up by showing us, and I think that's huge. So I have a lot of faith in the game and the creators. And I think if something does run rampant, like if there is an aggro deck that just is oppressive, I think they'll do something about it. I don't think they seem pretty on top of it in my opinion.
I mean, they've shown to be on top of things so far. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
this is the most content I've gotten from the company in a lot of games. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
ECL
like the
Fleet
past two,
Lieutenant. Trade both Sabine and Lieutenant into Han.
Ooh.
like the past 2 streams were amazing to me.
Oops. 4 to base.
Like, I don't even really watch streams like that. Like, I enjoyed their streams.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think their streams are awesome. I think.
If you got it, you got it. But I'm gonna attack Baton Delta onto my Battlefield Marine for +3.
Like, even though Jeremy's really slow,
he's got
you
lethal
can
hair.
tell though that he's really good.
Good
And
game.
he don't really make any
yeah, man.
mistakes.
Yeah, no, Jeremy, he does play slower than what I'm used to, but I think he's just really thought out, because he definitely he takes time to think about what he's doing. It's cool to see devs like watch them and they're like good at the game, where a lot of devs, not saying like other card game devs aren't good at the game, but you can tell that these guys play a lot, and we know they play a lot. They do it all they say it all the time, but it's cool to see them play and like. They talk about how they understand the meta of a card game, which I think a lot of devs maybe miss, or they throw the game out to us like fans, and then we find out the really broken stuff, and then they're like, oh yeah, we didn't think about that. Whereas these guys seem like every time they talk about it, they know the combos. We just haven't seen the cards yet, and they sit there and they're like, yeah, wait till you see this card. It's really cool.
Well,
Right, and they talk about how much they balance before they even release stuff.
Oh,
where
yeah.
It was like, Oh yeah, you know this card was like this. The Han's ability was
Yeah.
broken, and we
Talking
had to
about Grand
change it.
Inquisitor coming out earlier and stuff like that. Like he was supposed to come out way earlier, but they found it was too broken.
Yeah, I can imagine him coming out like turn 3 or 4. Like,
Oh, he was like a turn 4 leader, I think they said, and he was a little bit weaker, so his stats were worse, but he was a turn 4 leader, and they were like, yeah, this is busted because he'd just come out and you'd get like 15, 20 damage off in one turn because of the units you could have prepped.
yeah,
Because you keep in mind if like the turn before 4 you play a fifth brother, you can, and you have 2 keep fightings in your hand and you're able to flip the leader. That's a lot of damage.
yeah.
I was thinking we were just gonna wrap there. Been going for 3.5 hours, so.
Oof.
I do want to thank the Spice Squadron boys for coming on here tonight. It was
Yeah, thank you
thanks
so
for
much
having
for
us.
having us.
super good time. So definitely check out their stuff. They make some really cool content over there. Nice guys, know what they're talking about. And let me check to see who's next week. I've got a schedule now. So we've got the Take the Initiative guys, Malik, Nick the Bug, and Rebel Trader hanging out.
Well, we're gonna get 3 people.
We're gonna have 3 dudes in here. It's gonna be a party time.
That's the first time we've had that many, I think, right?
Getting them all in here.
Visitors, yeah.
Yeah, 3 guests.
Sweet. Well, hopefully we can get the Spice Squadron dudes. Hopefully we can get you back on here real soon.
Oh, absolutely.
It was
Yeah,
great having you
we had
guys.
an absolute blast. Thank you for having us. That was awesome.
Go join this league now and get your league matches in.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
go get them
it.
league matches in.
We're in week 2, and I think it ends like, I don't know, like week 2 ends like maybe tomorrow or something, and you get a bonus point for playing each week. So you might want to try to get a league game in like tomorrow or something like that.
Sounds
Worst
good.
comes to worst, you just won't get the bonus.
Yeah.
But
No.
You already missed the bonus point for week 1, so just gotta.
Oh, why even bother then?
I mean, you can still play, get all your 8 games in. You just can't get that bonus point. So, all right.
I think it's good for the reps.
Yeah, competitive reps for sure. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and end it there. If you made it this far, you're my hero.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for saving my life.